sounds of Michael Jackson. Welcome to the Adults in the Room. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani, and I'm so excited that you've joined us today. We've been waiting for this moment all day long. And as usual, if you're in Nairobi, we're on 94.4. And if you're in places like South B, if you're in Muthaiga, if you're in Roysambu, tune in on the frequency 94.4 Spice FM. And as usual, I'm hanging out with my favorite people.
A very good evening to you, and I welcome you from around the world to the Adults in the Room, where we have no holds barred conversations about the things that matter to men and the women who love them. If you're in Malindi County, in the areas of Watamu Town, Maweni, Shela, Barani, Ganda, and all the way in Gedi or Kijiwetanga, I welcome you on board at a very nice frequency of 97.6. If you're in Mombasa, the areas of Kisauni and Nyeri area, or all the way down in, Likoni and Mvita, we are live and direct on 87.9. Remember, Spice FM is the first radio coming alive in visual format. Wherever you are in the world, tune in on www.spicefm.co.ke. My name is Eric Omondi.
And I am Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. Well, if you're in Nakuru, you can tune in on 96.0. And if you're in Nyeri, Muranga, that is 97.6. If you're in Kisumu, Dala, Kisii, Kakamega, that is 102.5. If you're in Eldoret, that is 96.7. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE, that is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our SMS code is 40127, and as usual, our telephone number, it hasn't changed, is 0719-012-600.
Yeah, Barbara, you're doing it so well, man. Those announcements feel like I'm previewing a movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to have fun tonight. Remember, at the top of the hour, we're going to have a hot topic where Barbara, Eric, and I are going to be discussing various issues that are going to be of very much interest. Remember, this is talk radio at its best, and we're going to blend it from time to time.
TV talk radio.
Yeah, TV talk radio. Eric, how are you doing, man? Today you look...
I'm good. I'm very good.
Did you have a date today?
No.
You look sharp.
You ask me every time. You know,
Okay, you look good. Say thank you.
I'm a properly groomed man.
Oh.
I need you to be, you need to have Zoyad by now.
You know, something interesting happened, Barbara. I walked in wearing a maroon coat. For the audiovisual guys, they can see. I was wearing a maroon coat.
You still
a very
are wearing
nice one.
it.
And then I
What
was
color is
wearing a
that?
pink shirt.
Okay.
Only to
Yeah,
meet
actually, I
Eric,
saw you in
who
a pink
was
shirt.
also wearing a maroon coat and a pink shirt. So I'm like, what's up with this guy?
So you're one of those men who carry extra shirts in their car.
I happen to have an extra shirt today.
Can I ask why? Ulilala wapi?
No, I actually bought 2 shirts on my way here. So
So
I happen to have an
Just in case. That was a good and also funny coincidence when somebody's going to see you on the live, on air rather. I am fine. I didn't have anything to eat in the house.
have you eaten today?
So, no, this is yesterday.
Okay.
That is what led me to swipe my card of a very hefty meal. The seafood I was telling you about.
Yes,
it's
I remember.
because I didn't have food in the house. So I left here yesterday and I went to the supermarket and I bought some food. So my house is fully stocked. I ate before coming here properly. And
so you didn't
You didn't do
suffer
those-
financially.
No, I didn't suffer. I was, that was a hefty swipe. In fact, when the lady swiped it, it cut part of my heart. Yeah. So I'm good.
How about you, Barbara? What are you
I'm
up
good.
to?
I'm actually around 1 o'clock. I was watching the HE. That's the president of Kenya. When he was he had a speech.
Oh, okay.
It was his father's memorial
All right.
yesterday. But something that caught my eye, and I liked what he's saying. We need to stop being a hurtful nation, and we need to talk to each other better, treat each other better. And it just got me. I think Kenyans were very hurtful sometimes, especially on social media, how we talk back. I always feel like we have someone hurt us,
Some vendetta.
yeah, we have bile. Have you ever seen the way people can
have
attack
bile.
others?
Yeah.
I think we need to stop. And what the president said, I told myself, I'm going to try and do better.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Well, I used to hurt people on social
No,
media.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm going to be better.
Better.
Yeah.
There was
Sometimes I'm very, what's the word? In groups, social groups with my friends. I am very naughty. Yes, I can tease a bit. I was like, I'm going to be I'll try and be considerate.
There was once I had a video of me doing stand-up. In fact, I wasn't even doing stand-up on that video.
Yes.
I think I was just talking to some other guy.
Yeah.
On that video is on YouTube. So somebody there on the comments wrote, Emmanuel Hubo Aki. So that really hurt me.
Yes,
I'm
I was
sorry.
once told that God gave me breasts that were supposed to be for a cordon. Yeah, so it's true. I think His Excellency the President, in his wisdom, was trying to have us to be a bit kind.
I'm
That
sorry,
really-
I'm laughing. I'm really sorry.
No. People say the meanest thing. They're called keyboard warriors. They can
Yes.
tell you the most hurtful things. huh?
Yes.
But to the people who, I've become, I was telling Emmanuel yesterday, that I've become less critical of people's efforts because
Yeah.
you don't know what somebody's going through.
Mhm.
Especially in the creative scene, you don't know what somebody went through to put together a song
Yes.
or a video or even a presentation like this.
Yes.
So you want to be thoughtful, but people will just say, "Oh, you look at her hair."
And I
you
shine.
combed it for 9 hours. So yeah, so being a little kinder would not hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Personally, I was just, nowadays I changed my schedule. Since I'm here from 7 to 10 p.m., we used to walk with my wife on the evenings every day. But now we've switched it. Now we walk in the morning. Yeah, it's interesting. It's how
That's
we
nice.
bond. I feel like we bond better while walking than when we hang out in the house talking. Because most of the time in the house, she's on her phone, answering WhatsApp messages all the time. So when we walk, we're able to bond better.
All right.
As in, that works for me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like we get to know each other.
Do you walk while talking or just
Yeah, we walk.
quietly walk?
We walk while talking. In
I
fact,
used to walk sometime last year. These days I don't walk.
I think the challenge with
I
the
know.
That is
Don't
a very
laugh.
that is a very interesting statement. How did you get here from your car?
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
But I get you. I'm messing with you.
The challenge I've seen, one day I went for a walk, Barbara, at Karura. But people frown upon a guy walking alone. They think you want to do something bad to them. So they walk while looking back at you. Check. It's so
No,
strange.
you get scared. I used to walk last year until someone started chasing me on the Manga Road. Yes, I was trying to walk like exercise, just
Yeah,
exercise
yeah.
at around 5:30 in the morning, so 6 is time my day. Then as I was walking, I would feel the same. So it's not. I think it's
No.
people being fearful.
It
so
makes
just
a lot of
understand that-
sense. What I do is, even nowadays, Emmanuel, when I'm walking on, say, alleys in town, and it's getting slowly dark, even in Westlands, wherever I may be, and there's a lady ahead of me, what I choose to do is, I cross the road from the other side, then I walk ahead of them where they can see me.
Oh yeah, make
so
them
that
comfortable.
they feel safe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
good.
they keep walking while wondering if you're going to grab
It's
their
funny.
handbag.
Oh, you
it's
mug
funny,
them.
It's funny in Kitengela. I rarely meet. Okay, where we live, the area where we live, I rarely meet anyone else walking.
Don't-
like even
no.
jogging or doing anything. Like guys are not into exercise.
What do you mean we're not into
But maybe
exercise?
they
I got the,
maybe they do sit-ups in their living rooms.
yeah, maybe I work out in the house.
No, from the way my
Personally, I do work out in the house.
from the way my neighbors look, I don't think they do any sit-ups.
Why they told you? Emmanuel, your neighbors are going to go after you.
Guys, this is 94.4 Spice FM. We're going to have a very amazing show. Remember, we have the hot topic at the top of the hour. And please chime in on social media. The social media handles are...
Spice FM KE, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And you can totally call us on 0719012600.
Back. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. You're tuned into 94.4 Spice FM. You're hanging out with the adults in the room. And if you're in Nairobi, remember the frequency is 94.4. And if you're in places like Kitengela, Rongai, and other far-flung places around Nairobi, it's still 94.4.
Absolutely, that's right, Emmanuel. Remember, Spice FM is the first radio coming alive in a visual format in the entire republic.
Yes.
Be you in Buffalo, Albany, Utica, Yonkers in New York, Lake George, or all the way in China, Shanghai, Beijing, or Guangzhou, simply go to www.spicefm.co.ke. And if you're just next door in Nakuru County, the areas of Molo, Njoro, Mai Mahiu, Narok, Bahati, or Rongai, you can catch us live on 96.0. My name is Eric Omondi.
And my name is Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. And if you're in Nyeri, that is 96 points. Sorry, if you're in Nyeri, that is 97.6. And if you're in Kisumu, that is 102.5. And if you're in Kisi or Kakamega or the Western region, we are still on the same frequency, that is 102.5. And if you're in Nakuru, that is 96.0. If you're able to contribute, not even if you're able, if you want and you need to contribute to the conversation online, please go to our social media platforms, that is Spice FM KE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
All the same, we want to hear from you. So reach us on 0719 012-600.
Eric, you've taken the words right out of my mouth. That was just exactly what I was about to say. Call us, and we're going to be taking your calls, especially at 9 o'clock, and we're going to be conversing with you about the things that we're going to be talking about today. Eric, I had a very interesting morning. I know I was telling you guys that I normally go on romantic strolls with my wife, but
where you gaze into each other's eyes in the heart of the forest.
Yeah, and then we pledge love to each other.
Oh my God.
You do love me. No, you do love me. So it was interesting last night. Immediately after the show, I left and I started getting a toothache, like a serious toothache.
Yes.
Serious.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. And then I was driving. I was going into town. I was going to my mom's place to drop something. So it was like the intensity was going up all the way till the time when I got home. It became worse. And then it reached a point where I couldn't sleep at night. In fact, I was just pacing up and down. But the funny thing is, my wife didn't take it that seriously. So I went and tapped her leg.
It was your toothache, not her toothache.
No, yeah. I wish she would be more empathetic. But that's a story.
Men are such babies.
Yeah.
Okay, some men.
Yes.
Yeah, so I went and tapped her leg. I'm like, hey, Pana, this I'm umyeng. I need to go to hospital. So that's when now she was like, hey, this guy is shaking and he's looking off.
Sorry for that.
So when I woke up today morning, we went to the dentist and I had the tooth extracted. Right. It had a very nasty cavity. So it reminded me of something. Most people in my family, let me use my family, like my dad, myself, we are very afraid of going to hospital. Because me and you had a cavity. Like I knew that tooth had a cavity.
You've been saying it actually.
But it was just okay. But now I've waited to the point where I'm about to collapse. And because me, I thought I was dying. But then, I thought I was dying. I was really praying, checking, Father God, if my name is not in the book of life, write it. Because I cannot have pain in my tooth and pain after I die. So I found out that, when I observed my family, I've realized that we are very afraid of going to hospital.
Yes.
No, that's totally right. I once told a friend of mine that I was going to see a dentist, and he said, "What's wrong with me?" I was going for I do an annual
I remember you told me about that
checkup, and he was perplexed. He was wondering why I would do that. So I think we are programmed to think that unless you have something chronic, you're being wheeled out of the house. I saw a picture of some Ugandan being taken to the bank in his wheelchair, in his hospital bed to remove money.
He can't share his password.
I think we wait for it to be very, very dire. My back has stopped working.
No, but we also, I think, generally, we just are an interesting society, because not only do we fear going to hospital or go to the last minute, but we totally avoid it. I remember there's a situation once I was in a relationship, and my ex-husband, well, we were looking for a baby and we were having a problem about it. I was getting a miscarriage on and off. So when I wanted to go to see a fertility doctor, I told him, let us go. My God, it scared the hell out of this man. He told me, you go, then whatever they tell you. And I'm wondering, we are here together. So, and it wasn't that we did, later on we got a child, but I get what you're saying. We fear. I don't know what happened.
I have a friend of mine who...
I tell you
the thought of going to see a doctor.
It's the fear of the result of that test. Like I remember with my wife would go regularly, because where she works, they were required to take... HIV test all the time. So all the time when when she'd go for that check, that's how me and know my status. Check it. So what
really?
Okay, not that I've even done it.
No, it's okay. Men do that, but
most men want to know their statuses through their wives or girlfriends.
In fact, I used to observe her face. Checky, why do you look upset?
There's a guy. One time, I'm in a public transport, and this guy had something. He had a violent surge. You could tell he had something very dire or dangerous. He coughed from his soul. Check it.
No!
And he was so normal with a straight face giving his fare. So I thought, if you're coughing like that, and it was a persistent cough, like a violent surge. Check it. Hit.
You're being dramatic with that.
No, for real. So just like I think you're dying. Like if you get to town and you're still alive, you need to go to the next dispensary. But he's busy with his coat, just walking, and with a chronic illness.
I think
that was a chronic.
No, you assume it was chronic. Maybe it's very normal to him.
No, that is strange. You cannot cough a violent surge like that. A volcanic cough. That is strange.
Barbara, Eric is the only guy I know who regularly goes for checkups.
But Eric likes
you
them
don't
for
feel
checkups.
scared?
No, I don't. I go for check. I even went for a post-rate cancer checkup the other day.
Yes, I remember you actually told me.
Yeah, you have
He
to
was like,
check
he went,
yourself and.
What are
feel
you
like-
doing this? You don't have boobs to check yourself.
No. They have to. Even men get breast cancer.
No wonder you were being told
No,
about
you have
breast
to.
work
You have
also.
to really check. But my policy is prevention is better than cure.
Yes, which is true.
So when you start feeling a weird cough, Emmanuel keeps laughing at me when I say, "Look, some guy I sat next to, or even these taxi app drivers. The other day I took a taxi app driver, and this man should not be riding that thing.
Why you?
And I sat next to him, and he was coughing.
Oh, is that the time you told me you went home and prayed for yourself?
Yes, I had to wekelea myself mkono. Cheki, Father, let me not catch nothing. This man was like, karibu sana, tunaenda wapi? I'm like, standard group, Mombasa road. Cheki, karibu. Anyway, Mombasa road, tunapita. Hey, that is strange.
You almost felt like you're going
So I
to
was
die.
like, why don't you treat it?
That is funny.
Like, you can't cough your way into death. Like, hey,
Okay, please.
treat your coughs.
We are going to do that. But I get what you're saying, because also in school, when my daughter goes to school, we've had this policy. If your child is sick, just let them stay at home.
Yeah.
Let them not just
Because they'll
transmit
spread
these
that
things.
thing
Yeah.
they have. Or somebody just scratching themselves viciously for long. Hey, how are you?
No.
Like, you have something.
No,
itching.
we're I think we're scared, man. We're scared.
No,
We need to
we-
get over the fear. How
But
about
hey-
you, Barbara? How are you doing?
I'm good. I was reading the Standard today, and I was reading about a statesman, a former, I don't know if it's a former legislature. They're known people. They were in trouble, and allegedly, he moved in to the wife's home. Allegedly, which got me thinking: would you guys move into your girlfriend's houses?
I don't visit women's houses. There's a lady once chased me at 4 a.m. I told you the story.
Yes, you
She
did.
just got moody and said, "Get out! No, Eric, I'm serious. Get out!" And my coins that I had fell under her bed.
threw
So I
you.
walked slowly from her house in Nairobi West to my apartment in Westlands.
No, Barbara.
So from that day, you don't.
No,
I
don't
think
go.
Barbara, it depends on the situation. Huh?
What do you mean?
No, you
Okay.
might be in a situation where you have to live with your girlfriend. Do you know I lived with she was my girlfriend then?
Okay, question: did you move in with her, or she moved in with you? There's
Listen
a
to the
difference.
story.
I'm telling you, I lived in my girlfriend's house for 3 months continuously because I didn't have I didn't have a place to stay.
That girlfriend was
And
nice.
she
I
wasn't
would
even
chase you.
I
You're not
tell you
living
what,
in my house.
No, it's because of the where I was at that particular time in my life.
You
I
don't
was
have
going through-
you don't have relatives.
No, I didn't want to go back to live. My mom was here in Mada, but
Yes.
I didn't want to go to Mada.
So you wanted
because
to
I
just
felt
go and burden yourself in someone else's house.
no. Barbara is not very empathetic. I was showing
No,
you
not in a
earlier.
bad way.
She's not even going to listen to you.
Yeah, but she's
Okay,
not hearing my
okay,
heartfelt
sorry,
story,
darling.
which I'm saying on Garissa. People are hearing my story.
Yeah.
But they must start calling me, wewe wakuishi kwa watu.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was going through a tough time in my life,
Okay.
and I didn't want to move back home because I thought if I move back home, I'll be stuck there. You know the way you move back home, then
Like a
you
setback.
stick, then you stick in the house,
Yeah.
like you're still there 9 months later.
I get.
So she put me up in her room, and it was tough because you see, her sister was also living in that house. So her sister would come, look at me, she's like, "Hey." In fact, there's another day she sent her a message. Kwani Manu has moved in. So I moved. I lived there for 3 months. But after 3 months, I got some money and I got my house.
But that was
That
tough.
was-
You're a
that was
strong
tough.
man. Me, I
Yes.
don't think I can take that up. That is
And no-
very interesting.
You've never
Actually, your
you've
girlfriend
never
is very
lived with
strong.
any lady. You.
No.
No, I give
never
props.
have. I think it's very especially in their house. You went to their house, right?
Yeah, I went to their house.
Can you
What did
imagine
he
meeting
say?
a mother in the corridor?
No, her
Topless.
mother. No, we guy. What's up with you?
No, I'm just like
Eric.
or maybe you want to sleep. You know,
Eric.
No, for real. Like you're just maybe
No,
going to
her
get
mother,
water in
her
the kitchen.
parents weren't living in that house.
So it was,
her parents were not living in that
It was
house.
like her apartment.
Yeah, not
But I'm
theirs,
sure
her and her
I'm
sister.
sure those were the 90 days of the
It
most
was tough. The
uncomfortable
bypass
days
was
of your
being
life.
built. I used to wake up at 6 and walk out. It's not like I used to idle around there the whole day.
No, I get you.
I used to wake up at 6 and walk along that Langata bypass towards I don't know where I was going.
Just so that you can. No, I
Yeah,
get
so
what you're saying. It was a tough space. You were in a tough situation. However, for me personally, I would not accommodate a boyfriend. Even at this even if I have space, I'm sorry.
Why?
I would rather even take a stranger, another lady.
But let me tell you,
Not-
Barbara,
no,
you
not
know,
a
chicks.
boyfriend,
Let me
no.
tell you, because you're on air, you're saying such things. Chicks, when they fall in love, they really accommodate.
I
Girls.
used to be that silly girl. I'm no longer that woman. I'm a woman right now. There are things I won't do.
Why do you
And
think?
there are
Eric?
things I will not tolerate. Please.
I think
Go home.
I
You don't think there's a time you can be in a situation
No,
where
you
a
totally
chick
can.
can
You
hold
you
you
I
can, you
appreciate-
can, but go
Barbara,
somewhere
that
else.
was my question.
Sorry, love.
I think you totally can. You life can be very tough, as you often can be. But I'm sure you're not enjoying the 3 months.
No, I was
Yes,
not.
It was very difficult. But if I was you, I would have looked for a less humiliating option
Thank you.
than going to their house. Maybe I'd have gone to my mom's house and just say they're constructing something at my
Yes.
hood. Or even a brother's house. I don't
Or a
think I'd have gone
friend,
to-
not your girlfriend.
women really, it's tough. They do not- I know. You
but she
remove
was-
your clothes and sleep per night for 90 days and drink their water, you guys.
Eric, don't make it sound that bad.
No. It's funny. Imagine removing your own shirt. Then you ask for water. Just before you sleep, get me some water. It's
No, I
funny.
just used to sleep.
And then also, I'm very big. I'd look very awkward in that bedroom.
No, it's not a matter of looking big. It's just a matter of, for me, a woman can move into a man's house, but a man should not do that.
But
I think-
also,
I
you guys
think-
are two-sided with your. The
But you,
equality.
yeah, why do you want to move into yours, but you can't
Excuse
move into
me,
yours?
I'll take you biblical. The man is the head of the family. The
They
man
love
should
equality when
provide.
it favors them.
Yes.
I think you should be able to also accommodate to your boyfriend.
Do you know, have you read this book, Animal Farm?
No, I haven't.
All animals are equal.
Some
but
are equal
some
than
are,
others.
yes, that's the whole thing. Just look at it like that.
So you've
yes,
just called women animals. Yeah.
No, supposing, let me
Yeah.
ask another question. So supposing you're married and your husband falls off tough times and
Yes.
he's fired, would you ask him to move
Yeah,
out
that's
of
a
your
brilliant
house?
question,
no,
Eric.
I can't. That's my husband. And
How
it's
long
for,
can you have him not working for?
for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health.
For how long?
To death do us part.
For how long will
I'll
you
help
have
him get a job.
All right. So
Barbara really oscillates from one view to another. Have you noticed? Today she's supporting.
Today
A,
I'm a
tomorrow
watermelon.
is B.
oh my word.
You guys, you're tuned into 94.4 Spice FM. You guys are amusing me here in the studio. We're gonna be back after I tell you about this amazing magazine called Pulsar, which is a weekly magazine, which is on the Standard newspaper. And it talks about entertainment. Barbara, you're the one who loves entertainment. This one gives you local tips and local stories about local things that are happening here.
About
little
even
bit-
loving your boyfriend.
We'll be back.
I'm sorry,
If you
darling, I
really,
can't.
truly love me. That is sad. You're breaking my heart. See, this is
No,
94.4.
don't attach you.
Spice
That's to being to
FM.
loving someone.
You're hanging out with the adults in the room. Some are generous, some aren't. But we are the adults in the room. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. And we're going to have a dope show today. And I'm hanging out with my favorite people.
Absolutely, that's right, Kisiangani. Remember, Spice FM is the first radio coming alive in visual format. So wherever you are in the world, be you all the way down in Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, Brisbane, or even just down in Kiyovu in Kigali, simply go to www.spicefm.co.ke. But if you're in Eldoret County, we are the areas of Leseru, Kap, Tagat, and Kabiyet. We are on 96.7. My name is Eric Omondi.
If you're in Ikolomani, Khayega, Ishiabakali, or Luanda, we're in 102.5. And if you're in Kisi, that is Keroka. And if in Kisumu Dala, we are also in 102.5. In Nyeri, we are in 97.6. Our social media handles are spicefm.ke, spicefm.ke. Please contribute to the conversation. Let us know what you think, what we're talking about, and chime in.
And also remember to call in from 9 o'clock. We're going to be receiving your phone calls. The number is 0719012600. I'm going to do that again. 0719012600. Eric, all the time when we are doing this segment, we always not know how you are, and it gets to 7:30.
I'm
By the
fine.
way.
I'm
Seems to be a
very
trend,
fine. I'll tell
yeah.
you very quickly I am. I was thinking about it earlier in the morning. Yesterday, we were having a fantastic conversation about what would be a deal breaker for you. And we had a caller from Garissa
I remember.
who said his most dreaded deal breaker is a partner who speaks ill of you to their friends. And I got to thinking, I think a lot needs to be said about the importance of decorum, even when things don't go quite how you expected them, especially in relationships. You see all the time when people break up, somebody going online and start to malign the person they just stop dating.
Yes.
And some go to extent of posting their pictures. You know the way men beg for pictures at like 1 a.m. Check it, babe, I'm about to sleep and you've not sent me. What are
hate
you
that.
wearing? Baby, baby, don't do this to me. I'm waiting for the pictures. Babe,
I
babe,
hate that.
babe, my WhatsApp you don't. Babe, don't sleep. Babe, you know I bought data for these pictures, babe. Tuma tano. Okay, tuma ya sita ndio nilale. Okay, baby. Then, when you fall out, this guy takes those pictures you sent in confidence that he begged for and plasters them on the internet.
That is very
so I
bad.
wanted to say that it's very callous to take recordings, intimate conversations you've had. Say I've told you something about chicken I ate. Then you take a screenshot and start sharing it on social media.
With your
Eric,
friend.
you don't think that's an emotional reaction rather than a logical one?
Leave
Because
us-
you've hurt me.
So
I remember
what?
there was
So what? So what, Emmanuel?
Oh,
So what?
I'm
I
telling
actually-
you.
Are
you a
this is
child, you guys?
There was,
Thank
there
you.
was a time I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. She came and beat my breast because she was emotional. She beat
Your
me
girlfriend
because
did
of-
what?
She beat my breast.
Your nipple, your
Yeah.
left nipple.
So,
But hey, as we speak, Emmanuel is
so
nipple-less.
check it. Achana do you. So listen, it's I think it's
Okay,
more of
Marian,
an.
I'm sorry.
I think it's more of an emotional reaction.
But
rather
that
than-
doesn't make
No,
it
it
right.
doesn't. Yes.
You know that we can agree to disagree.
True.
Okay, with a lot of decorum. We can hold divergent views and understand that our views are divergent. But I don't need to break your neck
Yes, and I don't
or
need to
even
expose
say
you.
something bad about you just because you've chosen another path.
Maybe you should not send pictures in the night.
No.
Because
I think we need to be adults, like the adults
Yes,
in
in the room.
So if you've begged for my picture at 1:22 a.m. with your deep begging voice, babe, don't do this to me. You know,
Baby,
like,
please.
what are you wearing? Then you go and take it. You have to have enough of yourself to know that this somebody has chosen
Yeah.
another path. If I'm dating Barbara and she decides that she's met somebody better for herself, I can't then now decide to start exposing our intimate things.
Barbara
I
looks
think-
like she
no,
can really.
no.
You see the way Barbara is
No,
saying, yeah.
no.
Yeah. Have
I
you
think
ever
it's
broken-
myopic
have you ever
behavior.
broken-
On a very serious
Let
note.
me ask you a question, Barbara.
Ask.
Emotionally, when you're in an emotional state,
Yes.
have you ever broken any person's headlights?
We are not talking.
No answer. Yes or no?
Emmanuel, I told you that in confidence. You see the behavior he has. Yes, I have.
Yes. So you are in
No,
a,
ha-
you're
that
in
is
an
very
emotional
different.
moment. You see?
That is very different. Number one, I was young.
You see?
That was like 12 years ago.
No, but you did it.
But that was headlights.
Emmanuel, why
That
are
is
you
very
talking
different.
like you've posted
No,
pictures
you
of
cannot
somebody?
expose someone like that. It's very wrong. Especially ladies like doing that.
Yeah.
Sending screenshots, talking about the person's genitalia and
Yeah,
all that,
yeah.
saying he's long,
They just
short,
tickle-
whatever.
yeah, they
It
just
is
tickle
wrong.
you.
It is very wrong.
Let me tell you. I
Yes,
don't
people
know.
talk about each other's
They
genitalia.
start saying things like, I don't know what I was doing with
With
John.
this guy.
I have no idea. He tickled me for 8 years. It was, I felt Jack. I never felt it. I felt
What
zilch.
were you doing there for 8
Yeah,
years?
so they lie like that. Or especially guys who record you.
Yes.
I don't know if you know of people you're hanging out maybe at
I
a
don't
private
like
dinner.
that.
I'm with Emmanuel. We're having an intimate conversation. Then I record and send it to you.
Then we
While
start
Emmanuel
making-
is expressing
expressing
himself
himself,
about
yeah.
something that is quite hurtful.
I
So I'm
don't
like,
think that's right. If you break up with
just
someone,
listen to what he says about his wife. That is bad man.
So you're saying have dignity even when you're
You need
Yes.
to employ decorum even in disagreement.
even when you're in an emotional state.
Yes,
and
Yes.
you feel like
your
crashing
sense
headlights.
should override your emotions.
yes,
Yeah,
I
just-
also agree on that.
Yeah.
All right, I agree to disagree with you guys. but
You
I don't
look like
agree.
someone you can
Now,
expose
Eric,
someone.
You have very nice things that you normally say, but I don't think sometimes they work in the real world.
What do you
No,
mean?
but I never say anything. I don't.
Let me
Have
ask
you
you,
ever
Manuel,
seen any
let
of
me-
my pictures of somebody's organ on my public?
No, we don't want to know that part.
No, of course. See, that's what I'm saying. I do what I say. What I do.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
mean what you
I
say?
mean what I say, and I preach also what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
People have this tendency, Barbara, that when things go asunder, then we become beasts. It needn't be like that, you know. I can just, if I don't want to talk to you and I bump into you on the street, I could say, hi, how are you doing?
And it ends
then
there.
we call it a day.
Yeah.
But me going in an elaborate, I remember once I was in a relationship with this lady. We would argue about something. I'd call out on something she's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
done. And then she'd go on Twitter and start talking about that thing.
Are you serious?
If you're not my father or my mother, you don't, you know. That's
Actually, women need to stop that. We do that a lot.
or you put a WhatsApp update
Yes.
that you are praying somebody sees.
Yes. No,
that
actually,
is
the
just-
idea
that
is
is
for
just-
you to see.
The person who you have
Yes.
a qualm with.
Yes, which is
silly.
very, yeah. But for me, it's a no-no. Don't talk about anyone's genitalia. Don't talk about. That's true. Don't laugh. It happens. Don't expose the person in the wrong
In a
way.
defamatory manner.
Yeah.
There was once this lady called me a short man, and she had been with me
But
for long.
switch at your shot.
Checky, you're a short man.
Chicken now is when you.
I don't know why you took offense on that. It's just
No, but,
okay. It came out in the wrong.
No, but you also. Why are you hurtful? Look at this chick. She must say the most painful things that. But sweetheart, let me tell you. If you've dated me for 8 years and now you start calling me names, you
Okay,
didn't
that
know he
is
was
wrong.
short when you're dating.
That
me?
is wrong. That's what
Now
I'm
I've become
saying.
short because I'm leaving you.
No.
In fact, the reason he said short is because this guy decided on another to pursue another relationship.
Okay, then now that was she was
That
out
is
of
wrong.
line.
Women will find anything to say. If you're told, they'll be
Even
like,
men
you
do
see-
that, not
you
only
see the way
women.
his knees are knocked. If you have a big voice, there's like naiko kisauti zake.
No, but also
That's
men
terrible.
do that. It's not one-sided.
But women do it more. Rarely do I see men post saying, like,
no,
women are elaborate.
No, women. I've heard of cases where the way someone shared their intimate pictures with a man and they break up and they go online. We've had several cases, especially last year, of popular artists when their screenshots or their nudes have gone online.
But maybe those are popular artists only. Maybe
I'm just giving an example of women and they were leaked by men.
No, it's
Men
true. I mean,
men
whoever
can be petty. Men can be sometimes very petty.
We needn't discuss where the sex is leaning more,
Yeah.
but it's a terrible habit. I'm a
Yes.
firm believer that we can date, have the best time in the world, and then, you can come to me and say, Eric, you know what? I've met a Nigerian man. This guy lifts me, holds me on the wall deeply.
Really?
There's a way this guy he just say, yo baby, and I feel, hey.
Eric, were you left for a Nigerian?
So when you do that, I can't now start saying, Barbara, you see what I'll do with your
Until she lifts you up.
Yeah.
Talking about people and their relationships and being discreet and having good manners, I have a problem with gentlemen, and I'm going to call them gentlemen, who are very picky or demand from women what they cannot put across.
That's what's on your mind today.
Yes. I just have a problem with that. And I'll give an example. Let me give an example of myself. I think I've told you guys. Sometimes I've shared with you. I have met people. Maybe I'm not even dating, or you're just interested in me. And I'm just there. And you're busy telling me, Barbara, have you ever thought of losing weight?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, look at you. You're heavier than me. And you're busy telling me, have I ever thought of... I find that very offensive. It is okay. Please go look for a thinner woman that suits you, or it's in your right, is in your category. Or a man can tell you, I don't like your hair, I don't like this. And they don't even have proper grooming. Why do men try and bring down women or demonize their character?
Yeah, it's a terrible habit.
I don't like men who are in that category. And many women are going through that. You find a lot of women are working out right now, not because they want to. It's because some man has told them.
Someone
They
force
don't
you to
want
go
to
the
work
gym.
out.
That is a terrible place.
No, but there's someone who once asked me to do that.
Well,
and
I tell you what,
refused.
Barbara, it's true. People should do what they say. As in, they should. If I tell you to do something, even me, I should be doing that.
Yes.
You see, I can't just be holier than thou or whatever. You know, like I remember, I used to want my wife to not leave dishes in the sink as we were going to bed. So it used to irritate me. So I reached a point where I'm like, all right, if that's what I want, let me start doing it. So I started every day when I see dishes are remaining on the sink, I'd wash them, and then I'd wipe the counter, and then I'd also wash the cooker. You know, just wash the cooker and make sure everything is clean. So in like a month of me doing that continuously, I don't think it was even a month,
She picked
it up. On
That's
her
a
own.
good thing.
And not that I've stopped. Now, if I see there's something there, I do it. I don't start yelling, hey, why don't you clean the cooker?
It's a good thing.
Which I tried. I tried in the past to yell, but it didn't work. It didn't work. She
Yes.
just used to leave the stuff there. But now when I started doing it myself, she also started doing it.
Actions are the reasons words don't have meaning. A lot of us are big sayers and we do very little. So yes, it's something that especially men would. I know guys with the most generous bellies, with monstrous appetites, who swear by petite chicks. Unajua huyo wako very petite.
My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. You're hanging out with the adults in the room. And if you're in Nairobi, tune in to 94.4 Spice FM. At the top of the hour, we're going to get into the hot topic. So please don't touch that dial. And as usual, I'm here with my favorite people in the world.
That is absolutely right. You're listening to 94.4 Spice FM if you're in Nairobi. In Mombasa County, we welcome you from Changamwe, Jomvu, Kisauni, Nyali, Likoni, or all the way down in Vita Kachas, live and direct on 87.9. Remember, Spice FM is the first radio coming alive in visual format. So wherever you are across the globe, you can tune in on www.spicefm.co.ke. My name is Eric Omondi.
And I'm Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. This is the home of authentic soul, music, rhythm, and blues. Please join on the conversation on our social media handles. That is Spice FM KE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can also send us your comments, contributions to the conversation on our SMS code of 40127, and our telephone number is 0719012600.
Yeah, and at the top of the hour, 9 o'clock, we're going to be taking your phone calls and your views. So please prepare your airtime so that you can call in and tell us more about what you think. Eric, I cut you off when you're on top of a very sweet story.
Yeah, I was telling you that a lot of men have a habit to demand the things they would not dare do.
True.
I had some guy saying in a pub very confidently the way he cannot look at a lady who's anywhere below 22, above 22, with a lot of gusto. Like, one of the things I personally have decided to do is that, when a woman has gone above 22, that is Sarah. That is Sarah. Sarah, the Abraham Sarah. You see, that is bad manners. While he was a grown man with grey hair at the advanced age of 57. So you see, some
Bad
of this
manners.
wisdom, quote unquote, is folly.
Yes.
So, and I agree with you, Barbara. People should demand for the things they already are.
Yes.
Because we attract who we are. You can't be rearing a belly like a fresh cow, and then now you're demanding somebody who runs and works out. That is
Yes.
bad. Yeah. So maybe bellies should meet bellies.
I think you just lost it.
No. Or be humble if you are donning a belly.
Yeah, no.
To get anything you find.
Yes, maybe
So
I'm
if you
doing
find
you a
someone
favor to be
round,
with you.
yes, if you find someone who is round,
That's okay.
accept them
If
with
you-
dignity.
And then you,
Yes.
you don't sit down talking.
yeah, you
Yes.
don't talk. You have you seen your breasts?
Yes.
As Mr. Whoever you are, they are big. So what you do is,
If you get
You-
a
you-
1 GB
yes,
or
you
a 4
accept them.
GB, accept it.
you don't start calling shots and you yourself you're off.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'll tell you guys very quickly what's on my mind.
Uh-huh.
There's a friend of mine who I met the other day, a couple of years ago in town. And let's just say he was driving a top of the range Moti. Very nice. In fact, I saw the car before I saw him. So he parked, the car parked.
The
and I was
money
like,
knew.
hey, that guy is nice.
Yes.
And then the guy came out of the car, a guy I know. And the interesting about this guy is in high school, he never used to perform really well. In fact, he was always writing songs during prep time. He used to write lyrics for Boys to Men.
you have-
Checky, although we go till the end of the road. While other guys are reading. So the interesting thing is, if you observe and I know many of them are listening, if you observe our school WhatsApp group,
Yes.
many of the guys who were top of the class went on to get jobs. Good jobs. I'm not saying that, but they got good jobs. Some of them.
White collar jobs.
White collar jobs. But many of the other guys on the team B, the guys on the other end of the spectrum,
Yes.
went on because they couldn't, they didn't have the requisite grades. They went on to start businesses, which to me is strange because
And I'm sure they're doing well.
yeah, they're doing well. So the thing which is strange to me is the people who are supposed to start businesses, the people who are supposed to become entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
because they are sharp, and we are using the grade of sharp is the A they got or whatever they got. So they are good at academics. See, they are the ones who are supposed to be starting these big businesses.
True.
All right, but in Kenya it seemed to be the opposite.
Was it?
I think experience impedes progress. A lot of us who got A's like to rely on our former experience and successes. We bring that from point A, and then now when life happens at point B, we want to be recognized for our A and for our A's and B pluses in agriculture. But that old knowledge is not recognized here. The streets and life is very different from what your history teacher told you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Street
a lot
smart.
so you need to employ more, and I think we never should stop learning. A lot of us people I was with in school, the last book they read is Sikunjema by Ken Walibora.
Yes.
And then now you see Sikunjema, which you read in 19 whenever, is not applicable now. Yesterday's excellence is tomorrow's mediocrity. So you need to employ and get better. I think a lot of these A students are very arrogant. And I know I can get a lot of backlash at this, but they feel like, do you know which school I went to? Have you met these people who talk about the high school they went to?
Have you met
Check it,
the-
I went to Starehe. Where did you go?
Have
Check
you-
it, I am in the school of life.
I met a guy who had an accident once, and he was saying he had an accident, like his car bruised my car, but he was drunk. So he said saying that he's a doctor. Chiki, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
So what?
Hey, I'm a doctor.
Yeah,
And
The
he's
University of Nairobi. I'm a doctor.
Yeah,
I'm like, what has that got to do with you running into my car?
I think it's debatable, both sides, on both sides. However, what I know is those people who didn't get good grades, let me call them that.
Yes.
always make they work hard to compensate.
They work harder.
Yes, they work harder. I think that's when life hits them after they finish school and all that. So they try and compensate that. They work harder. They work smarter. Yeah, because they know they cannot fall back to anything, or they don't have a fallback plan.
Yeah.
Unlike the A students who have a fallback plan, they'll be like, I'll send my CV, someone will see my good grades. But also have seen, there's a time I was working somewhere and we were employing people with good grades. I could tell you for a fact, some people who have very good grades cannot articulate themselves very well or cannot properly. It's like they crammed with the system that we had.
But I think
yes, they crammed for the exam.
I agree with you.
So that's what I'm saying. It's debatable. It depends
I
on what
noticed,
side you're looking at.
I think we could get feedback on this assertion. But
Yes.
Kids who went to British curriculum schools are better at articulating themselves.
That's true.
Maybe they don't perform really well in their grades. I don't know. But they're better at communicating their thoughts. Then, in 844, if you say what you think, you're beaten up.
Yeah.
So
You need to say what's in the book.
Yeah, so if you grow up in the 844 system, you're not very good at articulating your points.
Yeah.
Though we improved.
Most
we
people
improved.
can be very shy. I meet a lot of people who tell me they have long accolades about where they went to school and graduated. Oh, I was in University of Nairobi. Not in those exact words.
Yeah.
I was in University of Nairobi. I have my master's degree. I have a doctorate in this and that. But they can't, for the love of God, even write a sentence.
Yes.
A comprehensive sentence. So there's a lot of conversations around that. And anyway, what's on my mind? What's
No
on
problem.
my mind? I think I kind of wait to get the phone calls to hear what guys will say about that. But I read earlier on yesterday before I came to work, there's a guru who argues that the reason relationships worked better back in the day is because people met when they were much younger. They were 14, 12, 16, and they grew up together. He says one of the reasons nowadays relationships break, he argues, is that most people meet much later in life, either in their late 20s or way late into their 30s. And he says at that age, people are meeting much later. They've already formulated, or rather their personalities have concretized. And so the two concrete blocks can't quite be flexible to make a relationship or a marriage work. I wanted to hear what your thoughts are in that. Because the reason I thought about that being profound, Barbara has told me in the studio time without number that she cannot do this. She will not change that. She will not do this. She will not do that. You know?
Eric, I'm not changing my hair for you.
No. Yeah, so
And I'll go to the gym because I want to go to the gym.
So then it begs the question, do you think that if people, the marriages are prone to be more successful if people would date and marry younger or if they were older?
For me, I think in using my own experience, as I like doing, I met my wife when she was 19. I think I was 30. She was 19.
But that was also
that was weird. That's a story for another day.
You know, you were dating a young girl. Like, you don't even say that loudly.
She was mature. No, she turned 20 like at 3 months.
Are you trying to defend yourself?
I think so.
Yes.
So, so anyway, we met when she was 19. Me, I was like 29. I was almost turning 30.
Yes.
Why am I editing? So,
he was actually 30 and 7 months.
Emmanuel, these are the
So my
adults
point-
in the room.
my point
Just
is
be
this.
open, real, and authentic.
My point is this. I think we've, after staying together for that time, I think I've seen her evolve from one character to another.
Yes.
So we've been able to change from like how we were when she was 19 and how I was when I was then to how we are now. Because now I think we're more mature. We know how to communicate. We know how to handle the house. We can run a home, right? So I don't know if I agree with that guy.
Do you think somebody's ways are more set when they're older? Because
Yes,
thinking
it's true.
about
It's
that's
myself,
true.
I tell you what,
Like
and I'm
yesterday-
thinking about you too because like
I
you're
wanted
very
to tell
set.
You, I want to tell you about myself.
No, let me tell you because
Don't tell me
you
about
don't
me.
know.
No, let
No,
him
I'll tell you
share.
about
Your
me.
pal, like I tell you.
Share. Let him share. You will share. Tell us about
You
us.
tell you. Tell us.
No, I'm finished.
No, just
I get
finish.
it.
You're thinking about these
This
two.
guy, even you
Yes.
guys are very hostile single people.
Oh my
You guys are very set. You're
Eric,
very
look at your
set.
friend.
No, for real. Both of you. And I think it's because you're single. So you guys are very set, hostile views. And the problem that you guys have is you guys are now more successful, especially financially. So you're independent enough to say what you think to someone. Chika, I don't want you. No, go away. All right. So I think that guy, that guru is actually.
You know, the
is
reason,
actually
Barbara,
right.
apart from just not to cast aspersions
Yes.
and to use you as an example,
It's
the
okay.
reason I thought this was critical is because I started thinking about myself as a block. Because I'm also in that category. I'm very decided upon the things I want, how I want them, where I want them,
And
at what time.
I want, yeah.
So yeah, so I think it holds some truth. Much a couple of years back when I was much younger, I would have given a lot of exceptions. Not anymore. I'm very decided about and very choosy about my choices.
And that brings us to the question that I'm going to be asking people, that we're going to be asking people at the top of the hour. If you can, if you think it's okay to have sex before marriage. You see, that's a question you'll ask yourself when you're single.
Are you saying it's okay? Is it right or wrong? What are you asking?
No, I think I'll answer that question.
Is it right or wrong to have sex before marriage?
Yes. Is it right or wrong to have sex before marriage? And that's the topic that we're going to be discussing at the top of the hour. Now, interrupted you. What are you saying?
What Eric was saying, it's debatable, in my opinion, in this way. There are people who meet alongside. There's this thing called soulmate. Yes, I'm going to say about Cupid. I know you guys don't like Cupid.
Your brother is going to call again.
And dismiss me about Cupid. Yes, but there are people who actually meet their soulmates in the end of their lives. And I'll give an example. I have...
End of their lives when they are dying.
Okay, it's wrong.
But have you seen how long it takes for them now to marry? Remember, Oprah had a partner for so long.
She still does.
She still does. Not remember. She still does.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying there are people who actually get married in their late 40s and they're happy. I know couples who got married about 7 years back and they were in their 40s. And they're happy till now because they all went on with their lives and met together, and moved on. So that's what I'm saying, it's debatable. But I also agree with you in this sense that at a certain age, someone is stuck to their beliefs, to their norms, to their principles, and to what they want. The same way you're saying there are things that will not change for a man right now. There are things you cannot change or tolerate. But when I was younger, I would do that. I'll give an example. Let me see how many. 15 years back, I left my career in pursuit for marriage and family. Right now, if you ask me that, I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Maybe because your marriage didn't work.
No. Not that. Not that my marriage didn't work.
Maybe because you're hurt.
I'm not hurt. What's wrong with this? I'm just saying where I am in my life, I've grown.
So are we agreeing that we can, sort of agree somewhat to what these gurus
Yes,
saying?
we can agree to disagree with our guru. What is
But those gurus also.
Today I told you guys I'm on the watermelon edge.
Those gurus wear shukas and then they put a dot on their foreheads. Then they start
I
saying
think
wise things.
I think it's actually a very valid.
Have you ever seen those gurus?
I know,
He's
but
a
they make
guru.
sense, some of them.
And then he has a top of the range laptop. That he's talking in an Indian accent. What do you want to do? Now in life, I'm like, are you a real guru?
Gurus shouldn't have laptops?
I don't think so, man. They should connect with their
No, but it's debatable.
Anyway,
it's a catch-22.
Barbara, you're hanging out with the adults in the room and we're having a good time here. We are on to the top of the hour. Remember, our number is 0719012600. At 9 o'clock, we're going to be taking your phone calls. So please don't touch that dial. The conversation is about get hotter.
Welcome to Spice FM, the best exclusive radio station bringing you the best mix of the best music ever. Yes, FM. Spice up your life.
You made the right decision to hang out with us, the adults in the room, and we thank you so much. We welcome you. If it's your first time hanging out with us, we're on 94.4 in Nairobi, in places like Kisumu, places like Rongai, places like Kitengela. So tell a friend to tell a friend. And as usual, I'm hanging out with my favorite people.
That is absolutely right, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. We welcome you from around the world. Remember, Spice FM is the first radio coming alive in a visual format in the entire Great Republic of 254. Wherever you are in the world, be you in Kigali, Rwanda, Melbourne, in Australia, or all the way in Mpumalanga, Msanzi, simply go to www.spicefm.co.ke. If you're in Kisumu City, Kibos, Kusa, Koru, Mireri, Rabuor, Wenam, we are live and direct on 102.5. My name is Eric Omondi.
And I'm Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. I'd like to give a shout out to Emmanuel Musamali from Dumbuini, who said he is locked. Thank you so much. We have Gaddafi Senior Jamba, and we also have Louise Terry from Bondo. Thank you. Keep it locked for Spice FM. That is 102.2 in Kisumu, and in Eldoret 96.7, and in Nyeri 97.6.
And remember, at the top of the hour, we're going to be taking your phone calls. The number is 0719012600. Once again, the number is 0719012600. We're going to be taking in your phone calls.
Emmanuel and our social media handles are Spice FM KE. Please contribute to the conversation. Let us know what you know, or let us know what you want. Let us know what you want us to play for you. Let us know where you are, and let us know what you think about our hot topic.
Remember, it's the top of the hour where we talk about some of the most pertinent issues that you have harsh conversations about. We are the adults in the room where we have no holds barred conversation. You're more than welcome across the entire hour to call us on 0719. We are speaking about...
we're speaking about if you can, or if you like to, or if you will, to have sex before marriage. Barbara was looking at me like, what are you saying?
Exactly.
I was looking for the most passionate sentence that I can use
And
to
I'm like,
introduce
We
this.
are asking whether it's right or wrong to have sex before marriage.
Marriage.
Send us some of your feedback. Emmanuel, did you have sex before marriage?
Yes.
No, it's good as being honest. Why have you just laughed
This
at
was
him?
Spice FM. See you guys tomorrow. Anyway, I'm kidding. So I tell you what, Eric, because you're my buddy, and you decided to do a very interesting thing, which I want you to share. I want you to introduce this topic. Eric decided, Barbara, to become a celibate man.
Oh, yes, he did a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
Not
man.
months. How do you know months? It's years. Look at
But he told us
this.
months.
No.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes.
How
So
many years so
what is
far?
this celibacy thing?
How many years?
Celibacy is deciding, it's voluntarily abstaining from any sexual relations outside of the confines of matrimony. Now, this involves not kissing, not touching. You can't rub someone's chest as you're waiting for marriage. So this is just you chastity, being pure and abstaining completely from sexual activities until marriage.
So
How
did
many
you
years have you been practicing celibacy?
It doesn't matter.
did
but
you
I
have sex before you became celibate?
I did, and one of the reasons I decided about being celibate is that I realized that most relationships are lust-based. Most relationships are lust-based. I asked myself if I remove lust-based, true.
So,
They're found-
okay, you want
they
to say-
founded
The
on lust.
foundation
No,
is...
can
is-
you say most of the relationships you were in?
No. Even I know human beings. I have
You
girlfriends.
don't know all of us.
No. I have girlfriends. I have friends of friends. And the things that were leading them into those relationships were very tangible things more than intangible things. I'll give you an example. I often like to ask, supposing you remove sex for the beloved listener who's listening. If you're to remove sex from the relationship, would you still be with the person you're with? And you know why I say this? Sex masks a lot of problems. You know the proverbial makeup sex? Like somebody does the most heinous things, the way Barbara went and smashed a man's car.
Headlights.
And
Please
then
know that was 12 years ago.
yes.
but
So
it was still
the
done.
man
And he had
comes.
done something
The
wrong.
man comes after Barbara has smashed the cars. He's repaired it. Then they breathe into each other's necks. Check it.
That never happened.
Then they start. Then they start to have very intense sex. So the guy forgets that this mad woman smashed the headlights of my car, so she has a temper problem.
I remember. Have you finished?
No. I'm
Before I cut you
I'm
short.
giving my reasons in part, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, in the studio. If you've not also
And I was
already
writing it
But
down, if
no.
you noticed.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
listen, Barbara. Eric is a very interesting man because there's a time when he decided to get into celibacy because he used to share these ideas with me.
I hope
So he was having a situationship with this lady.
Not a relationship, but a situation.
Yeah, he hadn't committed as he normally doesn't. So, so while he was having
You're
this,
killing women out here.
While he was having this situationship, during the time when they met and the time when they broke up, that's the time when he decided to become celibate. So I was asking Eric, are you not like conning this chick? Because now you've met and you have this situation,
Yes.
and then now in the middle
Of the situation.
in the middle, you decide an about time and that now I am celibate.
No, you see, to answer you, Emmanuel, human ways are various. Today, Barbara, you can decide. You were telling me in the morning you're going to the gym because of your regimen having changed with work.
Yeah.
We are the only animals on the planet Earth who can decide change about tomorrow, today. As I keep saying on this show, goats can't decide to go to Lamu. I've never seen goats in Rongai looking at the travel log from the Standard and saying, meh, let's go to Malindi. They cannot do that.
We're looking for entertainment spot on the pulse.
So I will liken Emmanuel's question to an alcoholic who has his last drink and tells his friend, today I'm having my last drink. And the friend say, no, supposing we have a party would you change your mind again and have the last drink? I think any positive change wherever you decide, be it in the middle of a bad thing or at the end of it or before the bad thing, is a good change that should be encouraged.
Okay, for me, now that I've had all these gentlemen, for me, sex before marriage is not wrong. I knew you're just going to laugh. Do that to me. There is nothing wrong before sex before marriage.
So say that again. There's nothing wrong
There's
by
nothing
having
wrong.
sex before
Yeah, no,
marriage.
just hear me out. There's nothing wrong about sex before marriage because it's a personal choice. For me, it is dependent on your age. And let me say, when I say it's dependent on your age, I'm talking from a parent.
No, I'm not
I
laughing
talk
at
from
you.
yes, I talk from a single woman perspective and now a parent, dependent on the age.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, for example, I have a daughter, and I have a daughter, and she gets older, or any other person out here.
Yes.
I will not encourage sex for a teenager. Not anytime soon. I'll not encourage sex for someone who's still in their youth. First, get to know the do's, the don'ts, the pros and cons. You're the one who always tells me, don't go and tell a child, if you get pregnant, you'll die. Don't do that. Look for a way to do that.
Yes.
So I would look for a way to prepare this person because it is a personal choice.
Yeah.
Depending,
So if it's a personal choice, it's
it
a
is-
right choice.
No. I said it's a
Personal choices are right.
Let
She
me
says
get that back.
if you're an adult.
There's nothing wrong.
So if you're an adult, you can-
because this is adults in the room about sex before marriage.
Barbara, I have a
whether
question.
you are 24 or whether you are 45.
Barbara, I have a
It
question.
is your personal choice.
Let me ask you. Let me ask before you ask.
Because let's not lie. And before you all chime in, have you had sex before marriage? Yes or no?
But I answered that.
Yes. So you answer again.
Yes, I had.
Have you had sex before marriage?
Yeah.
Yes. So why you don't even want to answer? You're shameless.
No. We are not shameless. Barbara,
I don't think.
One of the
I don't.
things-
I don't know if I agree with your personal choice story. I don't think having.
Were you forced? What I'm trying
I
to
don't
say,
think-
it is not rape. It is consensual,
No,
willing buyer.
no.
But that does not.
that does not
party.
negate our point.
Giving,
Barbara.
being given the ability to choose does not mean you'll always choose the right thing.
I agree.
Like having the ability to
I
choose
completely agree.
does not
Yes.
mean, because as an adult I can drink fuel.
I can choose to stab you also.
Yeah, I can drink fuel, but does that
But
make?
you're not going to stop me.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
So my
Yes, I
question
get
is,
it.
Barbara, if I can go and drink fuel because I have a choice and I'm an adult,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, does it make it a good choice?
It's your
The
personal
power
choice.
to have that choice, does it make it good?
People have sex for different reasons. No, I'm very serious. No, and
Barbara, let me tell you something.
Can we just be real?
Yeah.
And
No,
stop
no, but
masking up
you're,
things
no, we
here?
are not masking anything. Let me tell you something, Barbara. One of the things I learned during my days of gallivanting, for lack of a better word, it is very difficult when two people are having sex. Sex sort of is. I used to pose this question, Emmanuel. What other ways do you say I love you? Can you communicate other ways of affection?
Yes, they're there.
When Emmanuel talked about this lady, one of the things I said upon introducing the topic of celibacy, this lady asked blatantly, she said, how else are we going to show affection? Most people misconstrue affection to mean sex.
Yes.
So if you took any 10 couples in Nairobi today and you removed sex, they would not know how to operate. They feel like pounding. Yeah, they feel like pounding each other like yams.
What are you making people to be out here?
No, I'm just saying.
I see pounding.
Eric, your choice of words.
No, I'm sorry, but they just feel like they have to be like deep breathing and pounding of each other as a form of
Affection. Which is not
So
right.
then the question is, supposing you removed sex, because sex does diminish. You know, your pounding will not be as strong when you're 77.
Yes.
All right. So what other
Maybe
ways?
on Viagra.
No. Yes, maybe. But what other ways are you improving your relationship? How else do you show affection
Yes.
outside of intercourse?
Eric, you're going to tell us more about those very heavy pounding points that you're giving. We'll be back. You're hanging out with the adults in the room. It is not at all chilled in this room. Right, this room is really hot with a very interesting conversation that we're having here. If you're in Nairobi, please tune in on 94.4 Spice FM. And remember, we're still on the same frequency in Muthaiga, in Roysambu, and in South Beach.
A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining the adults in the room. If you're in Kapsabet, we are on 96.7, the whole entire area of Kisii, Kisumu, Kibos, Nyalenda area. We are on 102.5, Nandi County, Kapenguria. We are on 96.7, and the entire Eldoret and Nakuru town. or rather, entire Nakuru town. We're on 96.0. My name is Eric Omondi. Remember, you can catch the entire action live on www.spicefm.co.ke.
And I am Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Economy. If you're able to join us on our social media handles, that is Spice FM KE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let me repeat that. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're in Mombasa, you can tune in on 87.9. If you're in Malindi, you can tune in on 97.6. Our SMS code is 4027. We shall be reading your comments at the top of our hour.
And remember, at the top of the hour, we're also going to be receiving your feedback on phone. So note the phone number 0719012600, and it is 0719012600. Please prepare your airtime so that at the top of the hour, you're going to chime in on this conversation. And if you want to watch us live and see how Barbara looks and how if Eric is really being honest, stream us live on www.spicefm.co.ke. Eric, before we enter the break, you were giving us a very heartfelt.
Yes.
And as I finishes, I want to say something about personal choice. You're making personal choice with
Personal choice.
mangoes and bananas.
Okay, so Emmanuel, I was saying that most people outside of deep, intimate sexual relations do not know how to show affection. We like to misconstrue affection to mean sex. I was thinking about it. Sex connects us in a very deeper way. If you've ever had sex, like Barbara, I know you've had lots of it.
I've had sex.
It can cause us to remain in a bad relationship because of an attachment. We are just attached. One of the things I was reading earlier today when I was thinking about this topic, women and men release oxytocin.
Yes.
Now, oxytocin is released during sex, and it makes men very protective. You see all these craziness that somebody has gone and hacked someone. They feel like some possession they possess has been taken away from them. For women, it connects them to men. They want to cuddle. Hence, they cuddle me, hold me. We unamalizaga unalala. So that comes from oxytocin. So the thing I'm trying to say is this. With all these oxytocin and bad choices after being pounded like I am, no.
The Lord of Nebuchadnezzar.
If you remove these sex thing, you're going to be very objective. Sex microwaves relationships, Barbara. It does microwave relationships. But if you give somebody time, if you give time, and you talk to these people, you will see them for who they truly are. And then all the bad things will come to the top, like cream does when milk is cooling down, and you'll be like, "This is not the person I want to be with."
Are you hungry?
But let me ask you a question, Eric. But you want to tell me?
No,
about
it's okay.
personal-
Just ask him.
Yeah, I have a very important point that I want to put across. Sometimes when you get married, or rather one of your goals when you get married is to have a healthy sexual life.
Yes.
So what happens is when you become a celibate man like Eric, and then you meet this girl, and then now you get married, and then now after being celibate, now you get married, and then now you consummate your marriage, and then you realize, hey, this is a raw deal.
The game is
you see,
bad.
when you read about marketing, one of the things that happens is when you go to a supermarket, there are these small two sausages.
Test the product.
So you test the product, and then you say, "Hey, this thing is worth buying, or this is
not worth buying."
So you don't think you're risking? Because me, I'm already in marriage. So I know I haven't risked. So you don't.
You
think
already tested
you don't,
it.
Yeah,
before.
you don't think you're. No, that's not what I said.
But you did.
Barbara is putting one to
No,
my
but
mouth.
you did.
You don't think it's a risk? Like getting in without knowing what you're getting into.
There is so much to marriage than just intimacy in sex. That's why I said it's very
So you
important.
don't lie to yourself.
Let me
You've never been
finish.
married.
Let me finish. I have never played football, but I know the football rules. Neither
I
have
have played
neither have
football.
I flown a plane, but I know how it works. So I don't need to have done something to know. Anyway, so the thing is this.
I totally disagree. But
No,
it's
no,
debatable. Continue, darling.
It's funny.
He's never
Have you ever
brought-
drunk poison?
So
No,
the
I have never drunk poison, but I actually know how it tastes.
Emmanuel, the reason I'm campaigning so much, and I know it works, at least for me,
Yes.
is that outside of sex, there is friendship, there is kindness, there is camaraderie, mutual understanding, respect, love, caring for each other, genuineness of spirit. When you inculcate all those things, a small matter of you not wanting someone to gyrate their waist in a particular matter will be cannot override all these other things that you've inculcated. It's the same way if we harness our friendship, you and I. If I had a disagreement, you'll overlook the effort that we've put in the friendship more than that small disagreement. Also, the other thing I want to say, Barbara, I know you're looking at me and I came ready for you. We obtain too easily, okay? What we obtain too easily is esteemed too lowly. I'll give you an example. If I met you in a club, as most people would do in Nairobi, and I take you home to my house.
No, you won't. Okay, but
I'm just saying, but a lot of people do that.
Yes.
What value do you think I'll have on that arrangement?
There's no value.
There's no value.
I agree.
So the reverse is true. If you make me wait, you will see, number one, the commitment I am putting forth by waiting. Okay? And you can judge the relationship based on that. I submit to you to cross to the other
Barbara,
side.
you're saying there's some personal choices that
For
you're
the
talking
viewers
about.
joining us, I would like to take us back and say there is nothing wrong with sex before marriage. It is
Nobody
a personal,
said it's
no,
wrong.
I know. That's me. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's a personal choice. And why I say it's a personal choice, because your choice could be religion based, could be something like what Eric is going through. He's decided to become celibate. He decided to, after gallivanting around town, gyrating people's waists, he decided to reform. So that's what I'm saying.
After he's finished.
Yes, after he's finished,
Check him in
pounding yams on people's gulls
No.
around town, he changed his mind and became a reformed mom. It is a personal choice.
You know,
That's
those
what-
are allegations.
No,
huh? And
allegedly.
they're very bad allegations
Allegedly.
to put on somebody's
there.
face who is there in the studio.
But you're getting what you're saying.
No, I'm not.
You just refused. Go away, Emmanuel.
But
All I'm saying, why I'm saying it's a personal choice. It could be religious based, and if it's your religion, you believe based on your faith that you can wait. You need to wait. Not you can. You need to wait before marriage. Go ahead and do that. If you've taken a moment. If you decide to take a personal decision and be celibate as you are after you had or previously had premarital sex, it is okay. Thumbs up to you. And if you have decided, maybe also just you're hanging in there to it for, whatever decision you've made. But don't castigate anyone who has had it before, especially because these are the adults in the room. I'm not talking about young people. And I get what he's saying. If someone met into a club and it was a one-night stand, those are wrong. Okay, wrong or right. I'm not here to judge anyone. Do your thing. However, some people have had long relationships and have been married based on a one-night stand.
I tell you.
Yes.
I tell
So
you
no,
what
don't give me research. Let's just talk about factuals in people's
But
lives.
Let me tell you
Research is
why.
fact.
I tell you
Good Lord.
why one of my stands would be. I think if you're having sex, you need to. The reason it's very important to understand this thing is, for me, I think you have to be very cognizant of the consequences of the
Thank
action.
you. I was
All
going
right?
to get to that.
Like you should think now, this action that I'm doing.
Why am I doing it?
Why am I doing it? And then even as I'm doing it
Yes.
and I'm enjoying myself, there are things that can happen which I need
Thank
to be
you.
responsible for. All
Is
right,
it
you
safe
might get
sex?
pregnant.
Yeah,
you know?
is it safe sex?
Like, I don't like these stories of a guy who sleeps with a chick and then she gets pregnant and then he disappears.
First and foremost, I'm going to blame that woman.
Why? Why do you blame
Sometimes. At this day and age, if it is a one-night stand, you've gone to club, as Eric has said, met this random person, or whether it was random or not, and then you decide to have unprotected sex. To be very honest, and let's just be very honest with each other, ladies and gentlemen, you knew there'll be consequences after that action.
Yes, there are consequences.
Yes,
You could also get sick.
Yes, you could get sick.
So for me, I
So
think
you need
it's
to also take care of yourself. Let's
Yes.
stop just sugarcoating things and saying, "Oh, this man ran away." Maybe this guy was having a moment of passion,
Emmanuel.
and it's going to leave you in a lot of trouble. So, as a woman, take care of yourself.
For me, the personal choice, if you know the consequences of what you're doing, I guess.
Just take care of yourself, women.
Multiple partners world over is said to be one of the leading causes of divorce. They liken
True.
it to sticking and unsticking that duct tape. You know, when you do, it loses its elasticity.
Are you trying that? No, that thing doesn't lose its elasticity. Like
It does. If you take duct tape
Are
and
you a
you
woman?
stick it here. No, I'm not talking about. Don't be literal. It's
Okay,
not.
fine.
It's not a literal expression. So what they say is that if I date you and Agnes and Alice and Jerry and Joki, I have a habit to compare the next relationship with a many long list.
Yes.
And there is no patience, and I cannot stay. I'm just like, that one needs to do this. What Emmanuel asked at the top of the hour, he said, do you maybe think that you'll be losing out on a raw deal because what he meant was, if you have slept with, say, Agnes, and Agnes was a monster in the sack, and then here you're with Phoebe, who's just chill. you will always compare, because men imprint sex on
their
the
head,
sex,
yes.
not on the woman.
On the sex.
On the sex, not on
Unlike
the
women.
woman. Yes.
Unlike women.
Yes. So those are some of the dangers I'm trying to allay.
Which I agree with you.
Yeah.
I am not refuting on that. For me, what we are talking about and what I said is debatable. And when I said this show today, I told you today I'm a watermelon from start. Is whatever you're asking, right or wrong, is debatable depending on who is looking at it. We cannot castigate, we cannot pinpoint or victimize anyone who's had sex before marriage.
I don't think we are doing that here.
You know, we are not, but I'm just saying, I'm just putting that across.
Eric,
But-
I want to play for you a clip that I came across that communicates the need for sex among
The way
men
you're shouting
and
that
women.
need, my God, you won't die.
What's wrong with you, man? You had it last night, this morning again? What's wrong with you? And yesterday you had it, day before. You're sick, man. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to take you to Pastor Matthew and cast out this nymphomaniac demon. You are full of the devil. And so you take your husband down to the office. You make an appointment to see Brother Matthew and say, Pastor, my husband have a demon. He's a nymphomaniac. He won't leave his hands off me. You got to pray for him. Cast the demon out. And Brother Matthew says, I got the same demon.
So Eric, that was a pastor, the late pastor Miles Monroe, and he was saying that no, this is an actual need. And a friend of mine, his name is Kevin, he was telling me one of the reasons he can't stop, you know, no matter what, it's a primal need within him. So he can't.
Okay, first Kevin
like,
needs to consult Eric for help.
Eric, you don't think
To
it's
be
a
delivered!
you don't think it's a primal need?
Well, you know, Emmanuel, you're married, huh? And
It's
Barbara,
different.
Barbara just told me now that I can't or shouldn't opine on marriage because I'm not married. But I think one of the core components of marriage is patience, isn't it? Patience. I think being married successfully demands that we are patient and understanding of one another, isn't it? Also, waiting while practicing chastity helps build the discipline of patience. Research again says that a lot of men begin to cheat when their wives are pregnant.
True.
Why?
Because of the primal need.
Because of not really, because of the indiscipline
Discipline.
of not being able to stay without having sex.
That is true.
Because they met in a random club, maybe 3 weeks in, they were having sex. So the guy does not know how to operate outside of the confines of sex. So it's very important, and it instills, self-discipline. It does instill self-discipline. And if I'm to also add, delayed gratifications in anything, Barbara, as you know,
Yes.
have immense benefits in any
And
area.
I do agree with
in
you.
any area. In any
agree?
area.
I do agree with that statement. But here we are talking about right or wrong. So for you want to stick to it being wrong,
I'm just supporting why I think it's right.
which I understand.
To stay.
And because you're practicing it right now. So before that you were wrong. Is that what you want to tell us?
Yes, I was.
Good. Let me comment.
Welcome to the adults in the room. And if you're just joining us, my name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. We are discussing a hot topic. If you're in Nairobi, the frequency is 94.4. If you're in the traffic and you're heading to Donholm, or if you're heading to Langata, the frequency is still the same, 94.4 FM.
Absolutely, that's right. Wherever you are in the world and you want to tune into Spice FM, remember Spice is the fast radio coming in live on visual format. So simply go to www.spicefm.co.ke. But if you're listening through your stereo and you're in Langa, Shabab, all the way down to Free Area and Section 58 in Nakuru town, we are on 96.0. BU in Mombasa, Kisauni area, Nyali, Mvita, Likoni, Chuda. We are live and direct on 87.9. My name is Eric Omondi.
And I am Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let me repeat that. Spice FM KE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll be sampling some of your comments. Allow me to sample a comment from Anderson Chariot, who says, before marriage is cool, you might end up settling with a human that you'll never meet your sexual desires. But remember, opened beer is not taken.
Hey, I love the people you read. Yesterday you read for us some tongue twister. Today you
it's
read
what
for
he's
us
writing.
Yeah,
Let me read another one called from Ouma, it is not a sin. In fact, sex before marriage is the best, according to me. Play Me Green Ever by Westlife. I hope our producer has had that.
I love his honesty. Remember, we're going to be taking your phone calls at the top of the hour on 0719012600. The number is 0719012600. We're going to be taking your phone calls and your contributions in this topic. Now, listen, Eric, one of the things for me, I think I had a typical young urban Kenyan man's, relationship
and upbringing.
Right? So for me, I didn't really learn these things that we're talking about. We could not even talk about them back in the day.
Yes.
There was no one to come and tell me, hey, Mano, you're 19 years old, and this is the way you should carry yourself from here to here and from here to here. Like this topic alone is like a taboo.
I think we also need to talk about that.
It's like a taboo topic. So I think most guys are just flying blind. Like you do whatever you need to do. You don't do whatever you need to do.
And that's why I'm here to submit to all of us. And nobody ever died from lack of ejaculation. You cannot die.
Oh Lord!
No, you can't die, for real. No one ever
I
died.
know.
Yeah. So it's important to build a life of discipline and a mindset of sacrifice.
Yes.
You will not die, Barbara. Trust me.
I know I won't die.
Yeah. So I think
I'm also celibate in other areas in many ways.
What Emmanuel is saying is so profound. I think we need to. The importance of this conversation is we far too long given credence to very warped thinking about sex. There is a whole lot of thinking that, as a man, you need to have as many girlfriends as you can. The best way to maintain your marriage is to have an affair. The best way to have a girlfriend and to maintain longevity in a relationship is to have another girlfriend. And those things are all wrong. It's not true that you should have an affair.
And Barbara, one of the things, I'm going to address you since you're the lady in the room.
Yes.
One of the things that happens, Eric, is some ladies would have sex with you in order to hook you. Like it's one of the hooks.
Yes.
Like they want you to stay with them now for life just because of that. Check it. No, you.
That's wrong.
You did it to me, and then now you're.
That is wrong, and that's where Eric. That is where at this point I'll just agree with Eric for 30 seconds.
Yes.
Get some discipline.
Yes.
And control, even from the man. Get some discipline and control on that. No one should hook you. No one should tie or tag you around because of sex. Yes. That is actually just out of line. I want to just address the video you played a bit. The video you played by Miles Monroe, the late Miles Monroe, about talking about sex being a need for a man. It is true. Sex is a need for a man, but it is best practiced in a marriage. So when you're out of this relation, or if you have a girlfriend, or whatever situationship or relationship you're in, not what Eric was saying, have Agnes Jockey, Barbara Jane, Peter Mumbi.
But you learn that discipline outside of marriage first. You won't learn it in marriage.
No, there are people who would.
No. Barbara.
Let me give you an example why I'm saying that.
Barbara, before you give me the example, it is said that you'll be up here who you are down here. You cannot take a lizard.
And this parabolic proverbs.
No. You cannot take a lizard in New York, then it becomes a crocodile. It will still
Why
be
am I taking a lizard to New York?
No.
Barbara reminds me of a character in a movie I watch which takes everything literally. Jackie, why would I be taking a lizard to New York?
No, because Emmanuel, you know how Eric is. He wants to parable, lies, everything, bring proverbs, brings a lot of English in it. No, just hold on a bit, guys.
Prostate cancer is reduced to ejaculation.
That is a myth.
Oh, God.
That is a myth. I'll tell you another myth, Barbara. That blue balls is a condition. And people need to have. Men like to say that, you're leaving me with my blue balls. I have blue balls. I was reading about blue balls. So you
went and Googled blue balls.
I read and I was asking my doctor friends. Blue balls, he said, is a condition. So most men overestimate it. It just can last for a long period of time. But to solve it, you just need to stand at a corner and calm down, shower, and you'll be back to normal. It's not a chronic illness.
Yes.
It's not cancer.
I agree.
So you cannot start shaking them.
Thank you.
Leaving me with blue balls.
Just leave them with their blue balls and pink balls or whatever balls they are having.
Blue ball story.
Yeah.
No, back to what I was saying. Allow me to say that. When you say sex is a need to men, yes, it is true. But what Monroe was saying, so that we don't actually just dilute his message, he was talking about it in the conference of a marriage.
No.
So don't mix it up.
No, you're talking about men need. You're not talking married men need. Yes, you're talking to married people.
I actually watched that thing, the whole of it.
Yes, but my point is this. He was talking about men need. All right? You're talking to married men, yes, but you're saying men need.
I don't refute that. Is it a priest, a reverend? It's called Mark Gungo. He's done a video and a book about men's needs, her needs and his needs, about that. And I do agree with you. Sex is one of the needs, top priority to any man. So as much as Eric wants to tell us in this triangle that we cannot do this, you can hold. For me, marriage, and he's saying, actually, let me just quote him, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. You said sex is not, is it a must in a relationship? It's not a must in a relationship.
You will not die.
Yes, no, it's good. It's true, you won't die. You won't die. However, it's a need, and it's something that needs to be there. I come from the school of thought where I put every relationship, a marriage, in a triangle. We say communication, loyalty, and sex. So when you try and tell me to not have this
I'm
sex
not
with,
talking about sex
no, I'm just saying
inside marriage.
No,
sex
even outside. Even
is
for
very
example,
important.
let me tell you why I refute that. And I'm sorry to use this
What
example.
are you refuting?
And your missus should forgive me because I'm going to use you two as an example. You had sex before marriage, and you've been with this lady for over 8 years now.
Yeah.
Yes, and they are now married. Honestly, it has worked for them.
Okay,
True
I
or false?
don't know if that's the reason.
No, I'm not saying that's the
I
reason.
don't think that's
no,
the
I'm not
reason.
saying that's the reason.
Barbara.
But you practice it before.
Eric,
so
there's
let's not castigate people who have had sex before marriage.
Eric, there's a
It can work for you before marriage. It can work for another person after marriage.
What did you want to say about the Sadhguru thing?
Leave him and his gurus.
I wanted to say that the guru will explain better. I will not speak for him.
So maybe I should play.
But can I say it? No, play it, then I'll say something.
All right, let's hear what the Sadhguru that Eric is introducing us to has to say.
How does one decide whether one should or should not have premarital sex? And does it prepare us for a better marital life?
See, different people are made differently. This happened. There was a little turtle, baby turtle. With great difficulty, it climbed up a tree, went and sat on the edge of a branch and jumped, fell flat on the ground. Again, it took another 24 hours for it to slowly climb, get to that branch, again jump, again fell flat. Like this, day after day it was doing. Then there were two birds in the opposite tree, they were sitting there, and among themselves they shook their head and said, "I think it's time we tell him he's adopted." For everybody, we are trying to draw the same prescription. This is not going to work. Because I've seen, every day I'm meeting thousands of people, they're poor, their problems on me, all kinds of stuff. What I see is all these people who talked about great amount of freedom, when it comes to their personal lives, after 30, 40 years of marriage, not 2, 3 years, after 30 years of marriage, still what the wife did or the husband did 35 years ago, still point of conflict. Have you seen or no? You have also seen. So when you know this is the state of human mind, you must know what to do and what not to do. It is not a question of morality, it's a question of what kind of life do you want to craft for yourself. It's about that. Is it a morality? Is it that nobody should get into anything or everybody should get into something? There's no such thing. What kind of life are you wanting to craft for yourself? A kind of life where your relationships mean really binding yourself in such a way that truly you can depend on yourself, or it's like visiting restaurants every day, you want to taste something new and see, but you could get very unhealthy with that. There are some people who stick to their home food, though it tastes about the same every day, but those people are generally healthy, isn't it?
Eric, that guru has long pauses. Can I tell you?
I'll tell you.
That I am saying.
I agree with the guru. Do
I
you know
also
why?
agree.
Yeah, let's…
yeah.
Tell us in
I
summary.
agree with the guru in part. I just don't make my points to oppose lust on moral ground. It just doesn't work. And why doesn't it work? Freedom is not absolute. One of the biggest problems, Barbara, in the world today, especially in relationships, is sexless marriages. Do you know why? Men shuttle between having affairs, beating their own meat, and finding no time to be with their wife. They are busy gallivanting because they went into the relationship doing that. And the women excused it. So nobody put parameters and said, look, as for me as Barbara, this is what you need to do. These are my requirements and my non-negotiables. All right?
Yes.
So when you put down your non-negotiables, the guy is going to toe the line if he's serious. But if you open the door slightly and then he comes in, you're going to be needing reaffirmation. You're going to be needing relationship. You're not going to be needing the umbrella of love. And that's why men hit and run, right? So I agree with the Guru 100%.
Yeah. Allow me, before I even say what I wanted to say. And yes, I do agree with the Guru in part. Eric, just from what you've said many relationships, and which is true, I agree on that. Yes. But I want to just interject on something. When you say many marriages out here have
sexless marriages.
Sexless marriages. That is true. But it does not mean if people are in a sexless marriage, that people are having affairs outside.
That's true.
I need you to understand that.
I did not say that.
You actually implied that.
No, but I didn't say it.
You said that is why we have men
Let me
running
tell you
around.
guys something.
No, just hold on.
Let me tell you something. And I'm agreeing with you, Barbara.
Yes, but allow me to finish, darling.
Finish.
Yes. Sometimes when people are having sexless relationships or sexless marriages in between, and they're outside there, it's because maybe they are working, they're having a disconnect in their relationship. But when they're having all those issues, it does not mean the man is running around having an affair. Sometimes it is.
More often than not.
Yes,
More
sometimes
often than
it
not,
is.
they're having
Sometimes
affairs.
it's not.
Especially in the Kenyan case.
Yes.
They're having
and sometimes also, even when the woman is in a sexless marriage, it doesn't mean that she's out running around. So that's why I'm saying it's debatable. Allow me to interject that. Now, yes, continue.
No, I was agreeing with you. So, Eric, I don't think that's something you can say factually that because you're having
a good number from research says that a lot of men. No, I've read widely about this. I
don't disapprove, but it is debatable. You cannot say that.
What are your sources for
a good number of Kenyan men in marriages, okay, are having multiple affairs.
Not even one.
But where do you get the statistics?
Yes.
There are tons of, I'll send you the link and I'll share with you.
Send us the link.
I'm going to
share with us that link.
If you're how many, let me ask you a very literal question, Barbara and Emmanuel. Out of your 3 friends who are married, if you're being very honest, do you know whether or not they've had affairs or they are currently having affairs? What would the answer be of the 3?
I do know if they're having affairs, but not all of them.
But it's true, Barbara, because some of my pals do wondrous things when they're married. No, for real, it sparks my memory. There is a part of mine specifically.
I'm not saying that there are no affairs in sexless marriages. All I'm saying
Thank
is...
you for moving to my side.
No, all I'm saying is, for some people, it doesn't mean they're
I agree. Yes, but so fewer people than the ones who are in affairs.
I don't know about the ratios.
We'll be back after this message where you're hanging out with the adults in the room, and we're 94.4 Spice FM. Remember, the number to call is 0719012600. The number is 0719012600. Do you agree with Eric? Do you think you can be celibate, or you'll be like me and you'll get married? But Spice FM, we are the adults in the room. My name is Emmanuel Kisiengani. We're waiting for you to call in. So, in fact, we're going to take a call, Barbara, between now and the top of the hour. So please get your phone and call in. The number is 0719012600. Once again, the number is 0719012600. Please call in and give us your views.
That is absolutely right. Wherever you are in the world, we welcome you to the adults in the room, where we have no holds barred conversations about relationship between men and the women who love them. My name is Eric Omondi. Look, if you're in the areas of Kisauni, Nyali, Likoni, Vita, or Changamwe, or all the way in Jomvu, Mombasa County, we are on 87.9. And if you're in Nakuru County or in the environs of Nakuru, Molo, Njoro, Mai Mahio, Narok, Bahati, and Rongai, we are on 96.0. This is 96.4 Spice FM.
My name is Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. Please tune in. Hello, gentlemen.
Oh, you're done.
No,
I was
just
waiting for you to.
No, I wondered what happened.
I tell you what, Barbara, it's good you're done because there's a phone call. Let's.
Yes, I could sense the call. That's when I went off.
Hello, this is 94.4 Spice FM. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from? Hey, I think she was calling someone else. Then she heard my voice. Let's take another phone call. Hi, this is 94.4 Spice FM. My name is Manuel Kisingani, and you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, you're in Spice FM.
Yeah, this is Spice FM. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Binais and I'm calling from Mombasa.
Ah, karibu sana, my brother.
Yeah,
I can't hear you. Please, please speak louder. Kiswahili tuelewa kabisa.
Kiswahili kitukuzwe. Ndugu, karibu sana katika Spice FM. Jina langu ni Nyeri, waitwa nani?
Nami naitwa Barbara Mbaka, ama Duchess of Ikolomani.
Sawa, mimi naitwa Binaisa kutoka Mombasa.
Karibu sana.
Okay, sawa. Nilikuwa nasalimia tu kwa ajili ya hali na pia kuwasalimia mafans.
Tunashukuru.
Kwa nawapenda nyote.
Tunashukuru sana.
Sasa ulikuwa unasikia hii topiki.
Oh, please.
Topiki ambayo tulikuwa tunaongelea.
Tafadhali changia kwa mjadala.
Yeah, mjadala, yeah, you're good, Barbara.
Kwa sasa sizoambia mbaki nifanye tu saa hizi ndio kwa sasa nafungulia radio pia.
Tunashukuru sana. Asante kwa kuchukua muda wako na kutupigia. Tunashukuru sana. Keep it locked, Spice FM.
Man, I think we can also take those jobs at Radio Maisha if we are given the offer.
Not you.
But let's take another call.
How do you say topiki? You're nuts.
Hi, this is 94.4 Spice FM and you're on the air. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Spice FM.
All right, guys, don't seem to be connecting properly.
I have someone who has written something on Facebook. P.S. Kipto says, I would like to humbly and partially disagree with Eric. Love is not all about sex, and that's why you cannot have sex 365 days per year. What of those guys who are long-distance relationship or live far from one another? So the thing is, as long as the core marriage principles are adhered to, then the marriage is good to go.
What are the core marriage principles?
P.S. Kipto, please answer that question, and you can just
tune
in and continue contributing on spicefm.ke. Sorry, spicefm.ke.
Barbara, there's a caller who's actually connected. Hi, this is Spice FM, and you're on the air.
Yes, hi, this is Douglas.
Douglas, where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from Ruiru.
Karibu sana, Douglas.
Welcome to the show, Douglas.
Hi, welcome to the show, Douglas. My name is Eric. I'm sure you agree with me 100%. How are you?
Oh, man, we've lost Douglas, man. And he was clearing his throat, ready to say something. Check it. What I wanted to say is, okay, let's take one more phone call. Hi, this is Spice FM and you're on the air. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Salmon. I'm from Siaya.
Siaya County.
Okay. How are you, my dear?
I'm fine.
Please contribute to the conversation.
Yeah, okay. According to how I've been listening to the conversation, right, it was all about is premarital sex right or not?
Yes.
So as to me, I really think it's not right. This is because first, yes, it satisfies the feeling that one has. But then there is this question that I was asking myself. Are we asking ourselves, is it right under which age? Under 18 or above 18?
Exactly. That's why I said it's a personal choice and it's dependent on age.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, my friend from Siaya. She raises a valid point, and Barbara really jumped on the one part which agreed with her.
No, actually, from what she said, I actually got what are the advantages and disadvantages of premarital sex?
I was highlighting the advantages.
Yes, please, let's talk about that. Advantages, pros and cons of these things.
Let me tell you one of the cons. One of the cons is that
you really had to go for the cons.
Yeah, one of the cons is that you might get somebody pregnant. All right. And then after you get them pregnant and you're not ready for them to be pregnant, they're going to come to your office and talk to the HR. And then your money will be deducted directly.
It's a con.
Yeah, it's a con.
Your money, you are not ready. Yeah, also, you're going to be raising a fatherless child because you're not married to her. And maybe she doesn't have the means to take care of the baby. The other bigger con I'll tell you about.
Please tell me.
You can itch thoroughly from an unhealable disease called herpes. You know you can't treat herpes.
Eric!
No, yeah, it's true.
That is just...
No, you're asking for cons. So, or you can get the match.
Wait, just hold on. So sex before marriage will give you happiness. That's what you want to tell us.
No, I'm just saying,
No,
when you are having sex
no.
actively,
Yes.
when you're having, you are.
No, we can't
let
be
me tell you
thinking like that.
something.
People
Let me
are
tell you
having
something.
safe sex out
There's
here.
nothing wrong. What I'm telling you is this: safe sex in and itself, while it's a wonderful idea, and I encourage people who are having sex to wear protection, you are still susceptible to a condom busting. And the person you're having
Because you're
sex
pounding
with,
yam so hard.
no, if the person you're having sex with might be having herpes. So now you've put your life on the line. Now you have herpes. But you see, if you're abstinent like me, there's no herpes that
Eric,
is
can
going
you just
to
say
catch
you're
you.
paranoid? No. How do you just go far away and think about herpes?
No, you've asked for cons. I'm
Okay,
explaining the
fine,
cons.
your cons. Oh my God.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So you're
Like,
not worried just in case
No,
you start...
no one is going to give me herpes.
Okay, fine. Go
Do you
ahead.
agree that is a con?
Oh, yes. I unfortunately agree.
But I tell you what, for me, I think it's just a case of something which has been overhyped, especially by the media. Because when I was growing up, I remember these movies,
Yes.
they used to have those scenes. Remember those scenes during the movies?
Why are you
your
saying you remember those scenes and looking at me? I wasn't watching
No,
with you.
I'm just asking. What's up with Barbara with a literal thinking? Barbara, man. Yeah? I'm saying when you are watching when you're a kid. With
Okay,
your
I
family.
did watch
I'm
porn.
sure you
Those
saw
movies.
It's not about
Kids
porn.
program.
What's
Okay,
up
I
with
didn't
Barbara?
watch them.
Okay,
So
let
that's
me
what I'm
talk to
saying.
Eric.
Now.
Eric, do you remember when
I do.
Yeah.
when adults were watching a movie and then you're chased away because there's a scene there which
Yeah.
kids
I
are not
remember
supposed
the soundtrack for and my mother would just look at us to leave the room.
And you just automatically
Yes,
leave
yes,
the
yes.
place.
So the
Yeah.
thing is, it was very glamorized and made to look. You know, it's
Nice.
Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hollywood sells lies. You know, it sells things which are fake. You know, they've
Yes.
been edited. So you grow up thinking you're gonna have that same feeling like you saw Arnold Schwarzenegger having on the TV. And when you do it like in the flesh, it's not like that. It comes with consequences.
Let me tell you a pro that I really thank God for, Barbara. After deciding the route of celibacy, I have a peace of mind. Back in the day, if say I'd hung out with somebody and then they woke up in the morning and coughed, like I'd start see if I'm starting to lose weight. So
No wonder
nowadays-
you're seeing happy.
No. So nowadays I have peace of mind. The other
don't
thing
have-
that celibacy
No,
helps
but it's
you
true.
with.
But it's true, actually.
Yeah.
It gives you peace of mind.
Yes, the other
that
thing
I can testify to.
Emmanuel, the other thing
Maybe
I've
just a little.
experienced is self-awareness. You know, back in the day, you would look for money so that you find somebody to hang out with. Then now maybe you would get lucky and get laid. Self-awareness in that
The
you
problem.
can meet people and you're very objective about who they are. You don't need anything from them. And in fact, there's nothing as frightening to a lot of women, especially in this city, as a heterosexual man who is not keen on having sex because they don't know the conversations you're going to have with them. They are really terrified by no, we're not going to my house. No, I'll just drop you because they don't know how to operate. Even men, they don't know how to operate outside the confines of sex. So you become more self-aware. So I've spent a lot of
Just a
time,
moment. So men do not know how to operate. Most men.
and
Outside the
women
co-
as well. And women as well. No, it's true.
Okay,
like you
fine.
meet a woman, let me tell you a typical date. You say, can we do a movie on the weekend? Most guys will start squeezing and trying to kiss you when the movie, the credits are going up.
That's why I don't go movies, people.
Yeah. When you go on dinner date, some guy will try and hug you and try to kiss you.
This
Right?
is why I don't date.
All right. When you go to out of town escapades, say you've gone to Naivasha, some guy will book a room and say this was the last room remaining.
I tell you what,
So-
even as simple as a guy meets a girl, then he invites her for the first date, especially. He meets her, then he takes her to a club. Say,
Yes.
let's meet on Friday. You
Yes.
know, most dates are scheduled for Friday.
Yes.
So
Say,
that
let's
you
meet
sleep
on
over.
Friday.
Yes.
Then you go, and then you see that place is noisy. There's nothing you're going to talk about. And then he tries to get you inebriated or not. And then at 4, he starts saying, hey, see, we go to my date.
You go to my digs to have sex, but you become self-aware when you remove that sex out of the window. You really know what is Eric about. You really get to know that because sex is very loud. It's very, very loud. And I know you're agreeing with me. So you're quiet.
I'm looking at For me, sex is not the issue. Is not about morality. I don't think immorality is the question here.
No, I don't think
No,
we've
no, no.
said
Yes,
it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think morality is a question here.
Yeah.
I do agree with you.
It's just about
the
choices.
point. Yeah, premarital sex is considered a moral issue or a taboo in many cultures, many religions. I do agree with that. However, times have changed, and we need to be very open and honest with ourselves because most of us are hiding in our taboos in our cultures, pretending that we are not. We are not. What is the word? We are not practicing premarital sex. True or false?
But Barbara,
No, true or false?
No, why are you saying true or false?
I tell you what, when
true or false to what?
As you guys are seeing if it's true or false, let's pick a call. Hi, my name is Emmanuel Kisengani. You're on the air. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Shava.
Hi, Shava. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kericho.
So could you quickly, in 30 seconds, tell us your views on the hot topic?
Okay, I agree with Eric because sex should not be practiced before marriage. Because I think relationships have to have value outside sex, and
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling.
Yeah, that was a very clear and succinct...
That is good, but however, I feel like most of us are pretending.
But
we will say that.
Why are you saying people's opinions are pretending?
No, I'm saying I said I feel. That's why I said I feel.
That you are pretending.
No, I'm not pretending. I'm so really hard.
But she's real.
No, that's what I'm saying. She's real. However...
And I am real. I am real.
Yeah, it's okay.
What do you mean it's okay? You guys say it's okay.
That is funny, guys.
No, why I'm saying that is... Let's... most people from the semi-urban areas have practiced it. True or false? That's why I say true or false. Because even if you've practiced before you went celibate.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And that's what I'm saying.
The idea,
okay.
what
but
I'm
because you have changed, don't try and castigate.
I am not castigating anyone, Barbara. You know, you don't need to have to be a virgin to wait until marriage.
Yeah, you're practicing secondary virginity right now.
There's nothing wrong with that. Whether you call it third, secondary, university, tertiary, you call it Abednego virginity. The thing is this. What I'm trying to say, also we have to be careful we have to be aware that advancement does not always mean progress.
I do agree.
You know, so you cannot start saying that, we've advanced in the world, we need to progress into having sex even on the streets. No.
Eric, hold that thought. We'll be back. This is the Adults in the Room, and we're at the top of the hour.
Spice up your life.
This is T4.4. That is one of my favorite songs by Kenny Latimo, as I've said earlier. Eric, I'm having a good time, man, and time is really flying.
It really does fly when you're having fun. Listen, Spice FM is the first radio coming alive in visual format from around the world, be you in Buffalo, in New York, Utica, Albany, Yonkers, or Lake George. We are live on www.spicefm.co.ke. But if you're farther down the road from Nairobi, in the town of Eldoret, Leseru, Kaptagat, and all the way down in Kabiyet, we are on 96.7. Kisumu Dala, the county of great sophistication. Kisumu, Kibos, Kusa, Koru, Mirieri, Rabur, and Winam. We are live and direct in Kisumu at the very nice frequency of 102.5. My name is Eric Omondi.
And I am Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolmani. If you're in Kitengela, Ruai, Rongai, or Nairobi environs, you can tune in on 94.2. Excuse me for that. You can tune in from 94.4. And if you're in Malindi, that is 97.4. Please contribute to the conversation on our social media handles. That is Spice FM KE, Spice FM KE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also chime in the conversation. Call us. Let us know what you think on 0719 012 That is 0719 02600. Or SMSs on 40127.
I'll take the number again. The number is 0719 012 0719 012 This is the time we give you the opportunity to call us and share some of your feedback and thoughts about the show or wherever else, even just to say hi.
Eric, people are heeding your call, and the deck is abuzz with phone calls, man. Let's get one. Hi, my name is Emmanuel Kisengani. You're on 94.4 Spice FM, and you're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, where are you calling from? And what's your name?
I'm calling you from Eldoret.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Lewa.
Lewa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Please let us know what you think about the conversation for today.
Now, the conversation for today, I think sex before marriage is wrong.
Thank you, Lewa.
Yeah, and my reason to that is, okay, myself, I was not born in a marriage, whatever, relationship. And my dad fled, So actually it is wrong because people are not ready to take responsibility, and that was way back in 1992. Yeah, so we end up having so many street children. Yeah, it is not their wish to be in the streets. It is someone who wished to have or to enjoy himself. Yeah, and in the long run, they are producing babies. And then when the woman gets married to another man, that man is not going to take care of that child. You understand?
Yes. I totally do.
Yeah, so it is much more of a dynamic, and the government should also come in. You see, they are entertaining students, giving them condoms in the universities to practice. You see, that there should be just a ban. Yeah. And instead of giving students condoms, it is like they are encouraging them to practice sex.
So you feel the government should not provide condoms to students in universities?
They should not even think about it.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Are you married?
No.
Have you practiced sex before marriage?
No.
So can I ask if you're still a virgin?
Yeah.
You can't. Are you able to answer that?
Yes. He said he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you, and all the best, my dear.
Thank you very much, sir, for that.
It's okay.
No.
You're saying something.
See, we have to be honest.
Yes.
You see, the whole thing, the way it goes, it depends on how you are being brought up.
Yes.
Yeah?
That's true. That is true.
And myself, I have been brought up in a children's home.
Okay. So I understand how you're passionate about it.
And I have my own role model who was old and he was not married and he never slept around, you see.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, so I think everyone must have a good role model.
Thank you.
But if we let, like, you see our musicians, what they are putting on air, like, it is just to entice people, yeah? But right now we have students who are supposed to be, who will be going to school, yeah? Right now they are practicing sex, right now, and they are students for high school.
And their futures are going to be ruined.
Even some are primary.
And their futures will be ruined, most definitely.
All right, thank you so much for making this time to make this phone call, and thank you for connecting with us on the Adult in the Room.
Thank you too.
What do you guys think? That's exactly what I was saying earlier about these guys who, like, this thing has consequences, all right? Yes, it's a personal choice, Barbara, but it has very living consequences.
Absolutely.
And this phone call has actually touched me, because there's a guy I know who slept with this chick and, decided he's no longer into that chick. And then the chick got pregnant. And he just said, no, I don't feel like my dad has said that I shouldn't date someone like you. So he moved on. I see him taking selfies, posting them on Facebook, and the guy has never ever gone to see his kid.
Even more, I know a friend of mine who's taken one of his children to these British system schools here in Nairobi, and the girl at a mere age of 12 was impregnated by an older student, pupil, not student, pupil. A pupil was 14 years of age, impregnated my friend's daughter at the age of 12.
As I sympathize and empathize with our caller, and I understand where he's coming from, I think this conversation was called the Adults in the Room. So I'll take it back to when I said it was a personal choice. I also put a clause when I say it's dependent on age. So when we talk about children about 14 or 16 years, which is, again, is very sad, it takes us or begs the question of sex education between the families, between the parents, between the church, the society, and school.
Barbara,
so let us not peg that into this.
Barbara, hold that thought. Let's take another phone call. Hi, my name is Emmanuel, and you're on Spice FM. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name, and where are you calling from?
I'm Zenith from Kisumu.
Oh, karibu
Please talk
sana,
louder.
Dennis.
I'm Zenith from Kisumu.
Karibu sana. How is Kisumu, and where in Kisumu are you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Kisumu at a place called Kombera.
Karibu sana. What are your thoughts about the conversation we're having today? Should somebody have sex prior to marriage?
About the topic, you should have it before marriage.
What are your reasons?
The reasons, you need to practice at least, to do it. When you're getting married, let's say at 30 years old, and you don't know how to do it. And you guys, when you go out to the bed, you will become weird.
So your reason is you need to practice.
Yes.
Thank you for your honesty, sir.
Okay. That is.
Do you have any other reason despite practicing?
I think he was being short and to the point, you know, as in take time to practice. And Eric, I think that one goes out to you.
For me, I would say personally.
Because you might embarrass yourself vibaya sana huko mbele, my brother.
What makes you think Eric doesn't know? Eric already practiced. Now he's on celibate mode.
I'm just saying. Anyway, let's take another phone call. Hello, Spice FM, you're on the air.
Hello, Spice.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good evening and welcome to Spice FM.
This is Oroko Eli calling from Bamburi, Mombasa.
Karibu sana kutoka Mombasa. How are you and what do you think about the conversation today?
I may take you back a little bit in the line of psychology.
You're allowed to. Continue.
Okay, there's a psychologist who says human beings are born tabula rasa, which basically means a plain sheet of paper with no writing. So that means that everything that we do from there is based on what we learn on our environment or what we decide to unlearn. Human beings can choose to learn and unlearn.
Yes. That is true.
So again, in sexual psychology, there is this guy called Sigmund Freud.
Yes.
He views human beings as sexual beings who undergo stages of learning, or rather sexual learning.
Yes.
So throughout this stage, by instinct, like an ego, human beings are born knowing about sex.
Yes.
So the problem comes whereby how do we help our children, or how do we help the young generation learn about sex or unlearn sex?
Yes.
Sex is, I can testify that for as long as I've lived, sex is the best feeling I've ever had. And this has come about by having a positive mindset. Rather, the society, the elderly, older generation telling us stage by stage, I underwent a traditional circumcision. They were able to educate us on how to go about things. And I think from that, there's a lady there in the studio who says she can't date. She should come down to Mombasa so that we can share around.
Not that I can't date, I've just not gotten someone to date.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much for that very insightful phone call. We have to pay a couple of bills, and we'll be back, and you guys will answer that very technical contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Adults in the room and the phones are buzzing off the hook, Barbara. We're in Nairobi on 94.4 FM. And
that is absolutely right. If you're listening from Mombasa and its environs, we're on 87.9. Remember also that Spice FM is a fast radio coming alive in visual format. That means that wherever else in the world you may be, you simply need to dial www.spicefm.co.ke and you'll see us and hear us. My name is Eric Omondi.
And I am Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. If you're able to contribute to the conversation on our social media handles, that is Spice FM KE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, please allow me to read a comment from a gentleman called Eric Nyariki, who says, I do not think there's anything wrong with sex before marriage as long as it's consensual, safe from responsible people, and people who are of voting age, not with school children. On celibacy, I think it's a fantastic idea, and if you can abstain, that's dope, than all the risks that one might get exposing themselves to premarital sex.
Eric, what do you think of that?
I think that is very nice.
Eric,
yeah.
What do you think of that, brother?
I totally agree with you, Eric.
Which Eric?
I am talking Eric Nyeriki.
All right.
Me, I'm talking to
Not
Eric
you.
Omondi Odor. What do you think of that brother who called from Mombasa? You're saying sex is one of the best feelings that he's ever had, Maze, in his life.
I'm sure a drug junkie would say the same thing.
No,
about
that is
snorting
his.
cocaine.
So I'm
No, I'm
going to-
saying. No, see, I'm answering. He asked me what I think. What's wrong with Barbara? I think a junkie who snorts coke can say many wonderful things. I have a bunch of friends back in the day when I was in high school who would smoke marijuana, who would swear by it. They'd be like, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I think the caveat, Emmanuel, is supposing just because something feels good does not make it permissible. There's a scripture I like. I don't want to go that route, but let me say it. It says, while everything is permissible, not everything is beneficial.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there are many,
I also know that
nice,
scripture.
there are many nice feelings which turn out
But
to
talking
be
about
bad,
scripture.
Barbara, are you listening to me?
Sorry, darling.
Barbara.
Barbara must overtalk over someone.
No, I wanted to respond to
All right,
his
Barbara, respond.
scripture.
Tell us.
As much as you're talking about scripture, someone has asked, is it a sin?
It is, according to the Bible, a sin to have sex.
I'll
But we're
question
not-
you
we're
that.
not-
Yes, we're not going to dwell on that today, but the pastor actual quote, if you go on our social media handle, you'll be able just to check.
Do you have anything
out.
else on Facebook? People have been talking a lot on Facebook.
Yes, I have someone called Rashid Hamisi. I don't think sex before marriage is a sin. That's awesome before it makes your body healthy enough. Another one, Jose J. Sex before marriage is well and good. I enjoy it. Road testing is a must. Oh my God.
Your girlfriend is not a car.
Road
Another one would say, John Gerard John, no. I am eager to devaginize my fiancé at engagement. The moment burns my heart. I cannot endure the secret behind feeling. Otherwise, everything falls apart by Chinua Achebe. That's diverse opinion.
That's a deep quote. I think Eric dashed out and wrote that quote. And
Yes, I have a feeling it's Eric. John Jara, please call. Are you Eric's friend?
Let's pick a phone call. Hi, this is Spice FM and you're on the air. Hello? Hello, this is Spice FM. Hello, are you there?
No, first of all,
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
my name is Tasha from Embakasi.
Oh,
Hi, Tasha.
Welcome, Tasha. My name is Eric. I'm normally the one who talks to ladies on Spice FM, adults in the room. How do you do?
First things first, I love your voice.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, this has become a personal phone call.
Thank you,
personal
Tasha.
number is 07.
I appreciate that, Tasha. What are your thoughts about the conversation today?
Okay, I would say
Yes.
sex is good and sex is nice. Anyway, who hates sex?
Yes.
Sex is good when it's done rightly at the right time,
Yes.
the right people, and played safe.
How many people should they be? No, I'm just asking.
I have not said anything.
As
I
many,
think-
as many as you can handle.
I think
Hi,
you guys.
Tasha.
I think when I text your Eric's personal number, you guys will share those deep details. But thank you so much.
Thank
for
you so
calling.
much,
Thank
Tasha,
you
for
for
calling.
calling,
Keep it
Tasha.
locked.
I
We
like the way
appreciate
she
all
said-
the
she
way
says-
from Embakasi, she
says
said.
sex is good if it's done right and played safe. Ish.
Yes.
I think she has a treatise on this thing. Check it. One of the points is safety. All right, that's
There is
good.
a lady who says, Wangari Lucy, stop ruining our youth. Let them know there is much more to sex. So Lucy Wangari agrees with Eric.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lucy.
Eric, you're popular, man. You're getting a lot
Today
of
is so
support,
popular,
man.
yes.
Let's pick another phone call. Hi, this is Spice FM and you're on the air. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Spice FM.
Hi,
Hi,
this
good
is
day.
Emmanuel Kisingani and you're on the Adults on the Room. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Oxalis Acastas from Nandi County.
Hi, Exales.
Very fine. I'm
Oxalis,
fine.
thank you so much. You know, you've become a regular feature. We need to get you a chair in the studio. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, so according to today's motion,
Yes.
I would say premarital sex is just for pleasure, but nothing apart from pleasure. But the right thing that we should do is just wait until when you get married. Yeah, I think that's the best time for sex.
Thank you very much.
Thank
That
you
is
so
Thank you so much, Exales.
Eric, what do you
Yeah.
think, man? Oxalis agrees with you. He says when
yeah.
you marry. He says premarital sex is just for pleasure. It's a sport. Unasikia, Barbara?
It's true.
It's
just
like
like
taking-
No,
It's
he hasn't
like
lied
going-
about it.
It's like going
I am
to
What are you saying? It's like taking a soap and showering repeatedly. You know, it's just for
you
pleasure.
actually have just decided to equate that to soap. Like, seriously.
You really picked my interest when you said soap. Check it. It's like
Emmanuel,
soap. Check
and you say Barbara is literal. Are you seeing this, man?
That is so funny.
I do agree with him, and that's why I'll take it back.
You've changed.
No, I've not changed. I'm not going to change.
Oh, okay.
As I said, it's a personal decision. Two consenting adults. And whether it's based on your religion or your faith or whatever you want to practice. Because most of us want to shy off. And this is happening.
Eric, you look like you have a burning point. Do you want to pick a call before you take?
Oh, let's pick the call.
All right, let's pick the call. Hi, this is Emmanuel Kisingani and you're on Spice FM.
Hello?
And you're on the air. Hello?
Hi.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Frederick from Kisumu.
Mm-hmm.
Karibu sana, Frederick. How is Kisumu and
This
where in
is
Kisumu are you
Frederick
calling
from Kisumu.
There's an echo.
Yes.
Frederick, you have to switch off either your radio if it's on because we can hear the echo.
Okay, yeah?
Yeah, now I can hear you very well.
Yeah.
So where in Kisumu are you calling from?
I'm calling from Manyata.
Karibu.
What are your thoughts, Frederick? We lost him.
Man, I wasted time.
Frederick, please
asking
call us
many,
back
many
if you
other
can.
questions. Frederick, please call back. Frederick, I need to hear from you. Frederick, let's pick another call. Hi, this is Spice FM and you're on the air. Hello.
My name is Anthony.
Anthony, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Malindi.
Welcome, Anthony. Mr.
Welcome so much,
Thank you.
Anthony from Malindi. How are you? And thanks for
It's
calling.
97.7, not 97.6.
Let me correct that. Malindi is 97.6.
No, 0.7.
Point 7.
Oh, you're actually getting us on
physically.
0.7. Thank you so much. We
Yes.
shall correct that.
Okay, now today's debate,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be very literal as Duchess has been.
Yes.
You buy a car from Toyota Kenya, 0 mileage,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need a test drive, it's guaranteed.
Yes.
You buy from a car bazaar, you have to go to Mlolongo first,
It's not guaranteed.
confirm if it can go the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, the Kenyan contemporary society, the girls we have, I think they are not 0 mileage. So a test drive is a must.
What about the men? You just talked about the girls.
Neither are the men.
It takes
Now,
the
the
man.
men we
to
have,
tango. Yes.
the men we have are the ones that give the mileage.
Yes.
So both have to do a test drive. However, on matters morality, I totally agree with Eric.
Thank you.
Yes. Eric is, I think, the most sane one for today. I'm not saying that Duchess and the Manu are insane.
We understand.
But truth be told, the society has taken it to another level that our morals, our ethics, our culture, our value is totally eroded.
Yeah, it's diluted.
Now,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Thank you so
Now,
much.
I'm not speaking on both sides of the mouth, but it's good to abstain if you can.
Yes.
And if you can't, as the caller who called before me,
Yes.
let's just be for pleasure. No purpose, no string attached. Just that.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank
That
you
is-
so much. That was very good.
That is what succinctly put. And thank
People
you
are
so
calling
much.
with very deep points, man. I'm
Absolutely.
feeling-
No,
I'm
this is
actually
personal. This is very personal
learning.
to
Yeah,
many
it's
people.
very personal, man.
Mm.
Eric, what do you think about his story about, like, he's agreeing on both sides. One foot is over here.
That's
he's
why I told you
agreeing
this is
one
a
foot
topic of being watermelons.
Like, I think, Eric, you're the only one who's now taking a stand, Kabisa. You and I think the other caller from
Yeah.
Kisumu.
No,
Yes, only two people. The rest are
Yeah, the rest
balanced.
oscillate from.
They are
I think-
like me
I
and
tell
you.
you what, Eric. I think it depends on someone's like
Belief.
moment at that time. So if you're in a convenient moment where you can have it, you choose to have it. If you're in a convenient
Really,
moment where you
Manuel?
can't, yes. Like guys don't have a stand, Kabisa.
There's when I was living in California, LA, there used to be a very loosely saying on the streets of Venice that show me the hottest girl in the world and I'll show you a guy that's tired of sleeping with her. So
Ouch.
yeah, those African American brothers would say that.
Mhm.
So, but the message for me that connotes is that physical attraction fades. All right. So then I would automatically, if I were wise as I would want to be, I would connect a deeper level of understanding instead of that physicality.
Yeah,
but most of sex is physical.
Yeah, and
really
as a married person, you learn that it's more than just sex. You know,
That's
marriage is way more than that. Sex. You have to
Absolutely.
talk. You have to learn how to communicate. You know, sex is just a very small percentage.
I
And
mean,
now,
if you're strong, we're looking at 9-11 minutes.
Okay, I won't answer. I'll tell you that baadaye.
Eric, shut
up. So what I'm saying, Eric, is even if you look at couples, when you grow way older, you're in your 90s, 100s. I don't know, man. I don't think that if that is so important to you, are you gonna stay together when you're in your 90s and your 100s? So it has to be something bigger than just having.
I cannot.
I think
agree
what
more.
we need to discuss is, I think people, I'm saying, based on the callers, some people are very passionate. Some people there's a reason why they've taken the stand. They've taken somewhat double-sided on it. I understand and I agree with everyone who's called. However, when I said a personal decision, it could be the personal decision that he took. That after some time, he felt the need that he'd had enough. He needed a change.
No,
he needed
don't
more.
put words in my mouth. I never said that.
I said it was
Nobody has enough sex. I said
No.
at the top of the hour, Barbara, let me, for purposes of clarity, people who are abstinent or who are practicing celibacy are not, their emotions or feelings are not shut. You can wake up with the most stiff erection, if I can say that on the air, but deciding to
and that's why I
abstain,
said
it's a decision.
And that's why
So
it's personal. That's what I'm
it's
saying.
not that you are tired of sex.
No, I'm just
I
saying
see 60-year-old
given,
men.
not you, not
I see
you.
60-year-old men looking around chasing young girls to have sex. I don't think there's any proper functioning man who gets tired of sex to a point of leaving it.
But you can
Correct
make a choice.
me if I'm
You
wrong.
can make a choice not
and
to.
that's why I said, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a personal decision you have taken based on the reasons
I was just
you have.
disabusing the
Yes.
notion that I was tired.
You're
That
not
is
tired. You
true.
took a choice.
Yeah,
Okay.
you keep saying he was tired, he did it. No.
I
She
don't
says
know.
you're tired.
Whichever
Nobody's
way.
tired.
Okay, Eric is not tired of sex, but he just decided to
Barbara
take a
will
break
be
and be
back
celibate.
after this short message. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging like a yo-yo. For millennials, a yo-yo is something you threw and then it would come back. It was on a screen. You know, millennials, maybe they don't know yo-yo. Maybe.
They only know PS.
Maybe. Anyway, you're hanging out with the adults in the room. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani.
That is absolutely right, and you're listening to the adults in the room every weekday nights from Monday all the way down to Friday, 7 o'clock all the way to 10 p.m., where we have all unfiltered, no holds barred conversation about women and the men who love them. My name is Eric Omondi. If you're listening to us in Kisumu, we are on 102.5. If you're in Nakuru, we are on 96.0. If you're in Eldoret, we are on 96.7. Remember, Spice FM is the first radio coming alive in visual format. That means that wherever you are from across the globe, in China, Guangzhou, all the way to Connecticut, New York, or Malibu, or Honolulu in Hawaii, all you need to do is go to www.spicefm.co.ke.
And I am Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. If you're in Malindi, you can catch us on 97.7. If you're in Mombasa, that is 87.9. If you're in Nyeri, that is 97.6. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That is Spice FM KE. And our number to call and let us know what you think about the conversation about sex, premarital. Sorry, premarital sex.
That is the Ikolomani part talking.
Error of original entry. That is premarital sex, right or wrong. The number to call is 071
9012-600.
That is
071912600. And Eric, to add on your streaming in story, you can even stream on your mobile phone.
Oh,
Totally,
yes.
you can. You
Yeah.
don't need to be in the office or at home. You can totally go onto your phone right now, be it Android or
iPhone, whatever.
you know, whatever. You just go and www.spicefm.co.ke. But if you're near your phone and it has airtime, as I know it does, all you need to do to call and, chime into the conversation and give us your thoughts about the conversation we are having today, which is whether or not it's right or wrong to have sex before marriage. Call us on 0719-012-600.
Eric, people are heeding your call. This place is lighting up like a Christmas tree. Let's take a phone call. Hi, my name is Imalo and you're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Tabby.
Hi, Tabby.
Hi, I'm calling from Eldoret, Turkana County.
Oh, welcome all the way from Lodwar. Welcome to Spice FM.
Thank you for listening. Keep it locked to Spice.
Oh, okay.
What are your thoughts, Tabby, on today's conversation? Yes, please share.
Today I would want to say that Eric.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, because let me use an analogy.
Yes.
So that someone I learned from reading. Someone said that you see the way water, water when contained in a container like a dam, river water would be very constructive, will be used to generate electricity, and will be used to, just irrigate and stuff. That's just this, and if it's not contained in that container or a dam, it can be very destructive. It can, cause floods and stuff.
Yes.
So the same analogy uses when it comes to sex.
Okay.
Yeah, that's some brilliant.
Yeah. So the container in this case for sex would be marriage.
Absolutely.
So sex used in the right container would be very constructive, but outside of the container would be it cause damaging results to would be very damaging.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Please.
So wait. I was saying
it's okay.
Because I have chosen to be celibate. Okay, I've not really chosen because I've been celibate my whole life. I'm one of those people who decided to not have sex before marriage because for me it's all about wanting to work or to make marriage work. So I just wanting to be a full container. When you get
I totally get you.
We get you, Liam.
When you get to marriage,
All right, thank you.
Good for you, and continue with the journey. All the best.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this show. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for calling. I hope you're telling your friends about our show.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
You guys are really interesting. It sounds like a very interesting podcast.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the feedback.
Hey, all the way from Lodwar, man.
That was very nice.
Deep. I tell you what you need to do, Eric, because you're saying it's very hard to find someone who's like you.
I think there are many people like
we can
you.
shikilia for you here with Barbara as you dash to Lodwar. Her number is here. I've saved it.
That is funny.
But that was an interesting.
It's a very
analogy.
interesting. She has a very nice perspicacity.
Barbara umesikia container. You see, the container is the most important thing. It reminded me of the flood in.
Somebody stole Barbara's container.
Let's take another call.
Oh my God, Eric!
Spice FM, hello, you're on the air.
This is Eddie from Kilifi.
Hi, Eric from Kilifi, Karibu.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the show.
Let us know what you think about sex before marriage, right or wrong.
I think it's right.
Why do you think it's right?
Because you have to do a road testing and you're buying.
For you, it's all about practice and road testing.
But your wife is not a car.
Is he married?
Sometimes you have to test. Not yet.
Yeah, so you're road testing.
Yeah.
You are road testing other people's cars.
I hope you're practicing safe road testing.
You're road testing. Thank you, Eric from Kilifi. That road test, it sounds very rude.
It sounds very rude.
Thing. In fact, if I was a lady, immediately. In fact, let me make a plea to the wonderful lady listening to me. This thing of men telling you very nice, sweet words. I want to rattle something here.
Do you know even women road test? No, so don't say only men, because even women are part of this.
This guy is really breaking.
Yeah,
there's a chick, right? There's a guy,
just castigate and hit this man, because even women are road testing out here.
No, this is what I want to tell the ladies.
Yeah.
Talk is cheap. Any man out there who's telling you that they love you, anyone can say that,
don't believe
whether they mean it or not. I think the true test in trusting somebody is longevity.
True.
So if he's serious, in fact, number one rule, if you want to know if somebody's into you, if you just say there's no sex, it's amazing to me that somebody can come and say, I've been going out with you, I don't feel you love me, let's have sex.
Nonsense.
But if you tell them, I love you too, but I want us to get married, they think you are joking and they'll run away. Because marriage people take a lot of time to think about, but sex is thoughtless.
Aren't you the same one who yesterday was telling me stop asking men and stop advising women to ask men, what are we doing in this relationship? You told us women are so pushy. Yes. Did you say we are pushy?
Let us take a point A and put it on point Z.
Let us take a phone call. Hi, this is Spice FM and you're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Justice Metich.
Hi, Justice.
I am fine.
Where are you calling from, sir?
I am in Nakuru County constituency.
Welcome to the show, and thank you for calling Spice FM. What are some of your thoughts about whether or not somebody should have sex prior or after marriage?
About that motion. I heard that whereby you are taught about having premarital sex. Maybe a person, maybe you are young, then you have sex with somebody else. There are soul ties. Maybe you exchange between that, maybe that girl you have sex with. Then maybe again, when you break up, you find another girl, you engage in sex again. Then there'll be soul ties. Now that soul ties in the Bible, in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 12, it's talking about sexual immorality, and that our bodies, in fact, in that book, in verse 15, it says, "Do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ Himself? Shall I then take the members of Christ, unite them with the prostitutes? Never. Do you not know that he who unites himself with the prostitutes is one with her in the body?" Now, in that verse, you have known about when you engage maybe with a prostitute, there is that unity. Now you are not having Christ in your body. And we know that our bodies is the body.
Well, so what you're saying is you can get a soul tie if you sleep around. Like you'll end up getting soul ties with many women.
Yeah, that is very true. Many. You may find many guys. Maybe you are closing somewhere. Then you look at there is somebody maybe passing just there. You may be troubled by maybe the eyes, and we know that the devil is prowling around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. That is that is 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8.
I can't agree more with you. Thank you for calling.
We can't agree more with you. Thank you so much for calling. We have to go on break.
Eric, you're going to tell us more about this soul tie story when we come back from the break. 94.4 Spice FM, and we've had a very interesting conversation today on whether or not it's right to have sex before marriage. If you're in Nairobi, the frequency is still and will be 94.4 FM.
That is absolutely right, Emmanuel. If you're listening to us all the way down in Eldoret, it's 96.7. If you're in Mombasa County, the county that I love, it's 87.9. And if you're farther down in Malindi, somebody said you can catch us on 97.7 or 97.6, and those in Kisumu, Kibos, Masat, Nyalenda, and the environs of all of the central business Kisumu city, we are on 102.5. Remember, Spice FM is the first FM station coming alive in a visual format. What that means is you can go onto your computer, be it your phone or your PC, and just type www.spicefm.co.ke, and not only will you get to hear us, but you'll see us as well. My name is Eric Omondi.
And my name is Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. You can also tune in and contribute to the conversation on our social media handles, that is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on Spice FM KE. Let me repeat that: Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or you can actually call us direct on 0719 012 600, 0719 012 600. Let us know whether sex before marriage right or wrong? What do you think?
Eric, what did you think about the gentleman who talks about the soul tie?
I think
he's actually right about the soul tie.
I think he's totally right.
What is a soul tie for those guys who don't know?
It is argued that there are spirits that you collect from people
when you have sex with them.
Then they say that sex, while it's a physical act, it's a spiritual enactment.
Or more or less a connection.
Yeah, so you need to reduce the number of people you sleep with because you collect a lot of spirits. It's a belief. That's why I said it's a personal choice based on your beliefs.
Emmanuel, there's a point that is very...
and where you come from.
That is really arcing me that I want to share.
Please.
You see these painful separations and separations and breakups when people are dating, Barbara. In case of a breakup, two couples who are not having sex in comparison to two who are having sex, the breakup is less messy. Because people always feel like they give you parts of them if they've had sex with you.
So I was telling you earlier that some ladies or some guys hook you with sex.
Yes. So now when we don't have sex, Barbara, there's really, if you think about it, I've just lost.
So you're going to tell me you'll be less hurt. That statement is debatable because let me give you an example of the lady who called from Lodwar. Or any other person who is practicing celibacy or is engaged to someone. So when they break up with this person, and I'll give an example of someone I know who has been practicing celibacy and waiting for marriage. And along the way, when it was about two, and both of them apparently were practicing this celibacy, but the man wasn't. So she found out about a month to the wedding and she felt cheated. When they broke up, you cannot tell me that this person felt less painful because she did not give herself. Emotions are emotions.
I don't know what she felt. I cannot speak for her.
Because that's what I'm saying. She is a friend.
Yeah.
So there's when you put your emotions as a woman on anything
Barbara,
or any man.
The case you've just narrated is very different from what you're talking about. The guy was dishonest. He was having sex while lying. He wasn't. Anybody would feel hurt in that scenario because of the dishonesty. What I'm saying is this: the breakup is less painful and no one feels used because they were having sex with you. If you are not sleeping with this woman and you leave her, she's not going to say, after you've slept with me all this time.
Not all women will say that. Maybe when she doesn't want you.
I think Eric means it'll be less messy.
But I get what you're saying.
Let's take one phone call and then we close this topic. Hi, my name is Imal Kisingani and you're on the air. What's your name? Hello? Hello. I think the network is poor on that end of the planet. Let's pick another phone call. Hello, this is 94.4 Spice FM and you're on the air. Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Nibinesa nimerudi.
From Kilifi or is it Mombasa?
No, Mombasa, kutoka Mombasa.
Mtwapa.
Yeah, ndogo.
Ilikuwa kabla hapo awali huko umechangia mada kwa sababu ulikuwa hujasikiza.
Ngosikiza lakini sasa venye nimesikia mimi nataka tu kuuliza swali moja tu.
Mimi ama Emmanuel ama Barbara?
Nyinyi wote ambao mko hapo na hata wale ambao wananisikiza pia.
Asante. Haya, uliza swali.
Wewe for example kwa mfano sasa umeenda kununua umetoa pesa zako milioni 5 umeenda kununua SUV ambayo unajua hiyo SUV iko na gears kwanza number 5 na number 6 na number 7. Na sasa umenunua hiyo gari na umetoka na umeingia kwa barabara lakini umejaribu umepata gear kuwa inaenda mpaka gear namba 3 peke yake. Umejaribu kuweka gear namba 4 inakataa. Unajaribu kuweka gear namba 4 unarudisha hiyo gari utarudisha kwa mwenyewe ama utaendelea kukaa na
gari utarudisha.
Na ukirudishwa kwa mwenyewe kuna ule mwenyewe akisema mimi nikupatia gari na ule mwenyewe atasema atajitetea akisema kuwa mimi nilikuwa nimekupatia gari kwa na gear namba 6 na namba 7, si ndio? Asa hiyo that is hiyo ni same scenario ambayo nitakuonesha hapa. Hata say for example umengojea miaka yote 10 umengojea miaka yote 5 mpaka umekuja kwa au mwanadada mwingine hapa. Sasa umejaribu kuweka gia umejaribu umetumia kumfanya vitu vyako umejaribu kuweka gia mpaka ifika namba 6 na namba 7 lakini inashindikana. Unapata kwa gia na gia namba 3 mwisho namba 3 ukijaribu namba 4 gia haingii. Hiyo kwa mwanadada utarudisha kwa wazazi wake ama utaendelea kukaa naye?
Haumrudishi kwa sababu ni wako, uliamua kumnunua vivyo hivyo.
Acha nikwambie hapo umedunga point. Umedunga point. But anyway, thank you so much for calling Spice FM.
I think the habit for men to equate women with cars needs to stop.
Yes, I also believe that.
Maybe before you equate any woman with a car, think about your mother and your sisters.
Yes.
How would you like that somebody equate them to gear 5, 6, 7?
Yes.
No, but that's
I
what they
agree
call
with
an
that. I
analogy.
agree with
No,
Eric.
no,
How
no,
come
no.
you're getting upset with other people's analogies? And
I'm not
then when
upset.
she takes you literally about
No,
your
I
analogies.
am not upset. Is your sister
No,
a gear?
why are you kunjing your face?
No, is your sister a gear? You?
No, it's an analogy.
It's a terrible
Do
analogy.
you know the meaning of the word analogy?
No,
Thank
no,
you.
no.
When,
I
when
know
I'm
the meaning
literal,
of
you
the
make
word.
fun of it.
He's just trying to communicate.
No, that is terrible. Don't communicate human beings to cars
No,
and
no,
gadgets.
no, no. I think
No,
you're being too
don't.
serious.
I'm very serious.
Who has said
Don't
you're
do
not?
that. What the point I'm trying to
I-
make
I
is
do
this.
agree with you.
I don't understand how a woman who has her own senses, a full human being, can be equated to a truck or a SUV. It doesn't make sense. No human being is worth 5 million shillings. So if it's an analogy as Emmanuel supports, it's a terrible analogy and you shouldn't use it.
That is not what you were saying.
But Eric is really passionate. He's sweating. His brow is actually wet. Pole.
No.
I apole bas.
No, don't say women and CG cars. That is bad.
Pole basi Barbara.
Yes, dear.
It's almost at the top of the hour, man. What are your parting shots?
I have a lot, but I will just minimize them to this. And I'll still say, sex before marriage is a personal choice based on your religion, your faith, your culture, your taboo. I personally will not judge anyone or castigate or victimize or whatever, whether you have it before or after. It is, but it's also, there's a clause to it. It's dependent it's dependent on the age. This idea of everyone always saying, "Oh, for the youth," these are the adults in the room. So if you want to talk about your children, or you feel that or you want to relate to the young people, what I would say as a parent, and I will urge other parents, let's talk about sex education. So that when we get to this place about sex before marriage, we know where, or we know how to handle it. And if you're able to practice it, please make sure, or you're going to practice it, make sure it is safe, it is consensual. It's a matter of all parties are willing and consenting to this.
Go, girl.
But hey, if you're able to be celibate, it is dope. I am happy for you. Keep your virginity till marriage.
Eric, what's your parting shot? Let me tell you
number one.
Before Eric says his, because I know his has. You see it as a number one.
Yes, in
Let me
fact,
say
I'm
mine.
very scared it will reach number 17.
I think for someone who's now married and I happen to have sex before marriage.
Yes.
I think for me, maybe looking back, I wouldn't have, and maybe would have.
Shouldn't have, you mean?
That is his parting shot. You'll get your parting shot.
No, I'm just clearing. He said won't have. It's not the same as shouldn't.
Wouldn't.
Maybe I wouldn't have.
have.
Yeah. So maybe I would have been closer to maybe we would have had another deeper level of relating. But I think,
Maybe.
but that's in the past. So I think.
Never have regrets.
Yeah, never.
Because
regrets.
you get lessons from
but
them.
But maybe we'd have. I remember I used to feel bad afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember my wife used to tell me, "Why do you feel bad?" But I used
Then
to
you should have
feel
stopped. If you feel bad, you stop.
bad. No, I married her. Then I stopped feeling bad. But if all those guys who are listening who feel bad when you marry, you're not going to feel
Excuse
bad.
me. So you felt bad after 7 years? For 7 years,
Like, there's a friend of mine
continuously you are feeling bad?
There's a friend of mine called Sila who I think I'm just advising him that he won't feel bad in future.
I
Eric,
know
what's
this
your
fair
parting
friend.
shot?
Anyway,
Sila, it is your choice.
Can I do my parting shot, Barbara?
Yes, darling.
Alrighty. So 2 things. Number 1, please don't equate any human being with an object. I
Yes.
hope that is clear. Number 2,
Yes.
do what is right. Doing right may not be immediately profitable or even expedient, but it does enrich your soul.
Yes. And do what is right according to you and according to your faith and God.
Eric, what are you up to from here, man?
I'm going to go home, have a bite to eat, and then just, try finish my book again.
Our producer wanted us to have one more phone call. What do you guys think?
We could pick one. Is it blinking?
It's not blinking anymore. Sorry, man.
Oh.
Sorry for the guys who are calling. Barbara, what are you up to from here?
I'm just going home. I need to have some tea. The Lunjay needs
Barbara,
some
there's
chai.
someone calling. Let's
pick it.
Last call of the evening. Hello, Spice FM, and you're on the air. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Spice FM.
All right, we've lost that one. Let's pick another one. There's someone else calling.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, this is Spice FM. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Isaac Chome calling you from Ganza constituency in Kilifi County.
Oh, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on the conversation for today?
It's an amazing conversation. I like it. I think sex before marriage is healthier.
Mm-hmm. Why do you say that?
Because practice makes perfect. Simple as that.
Practice makes perfect for you.
Yeah, sometimes it's weird. You hit 27, you hit 30, and you don't know anything, and you happen maybe to marry a lady who is maybe more experienced. I even wonder how this lady will really have a look at you, It's weird, overall. So practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect. Thank you very much. I think that was our last caller of the day. You guys, practice makes perfect. Eric is still upset about that guy for
Look at his face.
No, I'm not upset.
That guy for cars really upset Eric.
No, but I
want to agree.
There are
many men. There are not just one guy.
that.
Most men were calling. I don't think we should accept that. You should not equate women to cars. And Barbara, I thought you'd take Kipombele and that.
No, let me use analogies.
I don't agree.
No, terrible analogies.
And that's why I told you I agree. But as I said, and remember we said these are personal decisions, these are personal choices, and these are personal preferences and utterances. So I'm not going to judge anyone on what they say, but I don't agree that women should be compared to cars.
All right.
Have a nice
from
evening.
Here, I think I'm going to go home and just hang out with the wife. My tooth is still throbbing.
Oh my
So
God, I'm sorry,
I'll go home with
Your wife who is not a car.
I'll come and
Yes.
she'll cuddle me and she'll shika my face and then I'll feel nice.
She's
You guys,
not
do you have
a car.
anyone who's gonna shika?
Oh, please shut up about that. Anyway,
This
please.
has been the Adults in the Room. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. I've been hanging out with
Barbara Mbaka,
And-
also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani.
My name is Eric Omondi Odwar. Thank
See you
so
guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Keep it here.
Adios.
In the morning, we have the Situation Room at 6 o'clock in the morning. Please connect with them. And at 7 p.m. tomorrow, we'll meet right here, same time,
Same
same
station.
place.